Give you something to clap, alright.
Yeah. What's up, you flamboyant flamingos? Welcome back to this episode of the Jowp podcast. As you can see, we have the setup, and it's kind of clean. I like it. It's kind of homey. I'm joined with...
It's only for this episode, though.
It's just for this episode, and we're going to go back to normal. I'm joined with Gabe and Deven.
And I'm joined with Tyler.
I'm also joined with Deven as well.
Oh. Are you?
Can't forget about Jamal over there.
Oh, yeah? What's up, homie?
To know about the Jamal lore, it's kind of complex, but...
Yeah, you got to be kind of in the know.
Jamal, and it's not racially motivated.
It's not racially motivated, just know it's like an actual thing.
If you thought about it racially, you're kind of racist.
You're kind of racist.
You're yourself is kind of racist.
Like, why would you even think that? That's a bad thought.
You're an awful human being.
True.
Tisk.
Well, speaking of the set being different, we're using the set's different, as you guys already know, because of the Christmas special was set up like this. And we're recording this episode basically a little bit after that, and we didn't feel like moving it back, so we're kind of just having it like this for this week.
Yeah.
And speaking about that, Deven, did you... Damn.
He did not like what you were saying.
Hold on. He drank a little much last night. He's still a little hungover.
Did you watch the Christmas Eve special me and Tyler made?
I watched most of it. I got to the part where y'all were just now talking about your weapons.
So you saw the abilities.
Yeah, I saw the abilities, and when I got to the weapons, I knew you took Aizen's sword, and that's about it.
All right, so knowing that, since you didn't get to finish the episode, you don't know, what would you choose, Deven? You have a choice as well now. You get to choose one.
Yeah,
one of each.
Choose one.
Yeah, one of each.
You weren't one of the lucky two who was chosen.
You weren't.
I know.
He was complaining. He's like, dude, I want to do that so bad, and I'm mad that y'all got 5. And I'm like, dog,
this is something I've been wanting to do for
Devin,
so long.
But I was like, Deven, we told you if you watched the episode, there was a lottery system. The entire world was in the lottery. Gabe and I just got lucky.
I'm just saying, if I got 5 powers, I'm going dummy.
And there's a reason why
me and Tyler went dummy.
We went dummy. Did you see our builds?
You see our builds, Deven?
Our builds were crazy.
Builds running crazy.
Dude, our builds were crazy.
If I got one singular power, I had to whittle it down. I'll be like, I don't know, maybe like King Crimson.
King Crimson? That's all?
That's it?
I don't know. I haven't really thought.
What are you gonna do with that?
Ain't gonna do shit.
It's more of a defensive ability. I'm not trying to do anything too crazy. I still want to live my regular life, but if someone with some crazy ability ones up on me, like drop your pants, I'm like, no.
I guess you also get like clairvoyance and stuff too, right?
Well, that's Epitaph.
The Epitaph,
He just said King Crimson.
I mean, is that part of
Epitaph is a
Crimson?
substance of King Crimson.
Like, cause like you get everything that's involved in
Let
King Crimson.
Doppio's stand.
That's more of a theory. People theorize.
Oh, that he has 2 stands because it's 2 personalities.
Yeah, but I think you more see as like it's more of a substand, because like when he uses King Crimson, Epitaph comes out of King Crimson's head.
That's just because Doppio's helping the boss out, because that's his boss too. Spoilers.
I guess.
Yeah.
But I think it's more of a sure heart attack Killer Queen deal than.
Because I figured it would make sense because it's time based with the King Crimson where he skips time. So it's like the Epitaph would allow him to see the future and then you could skip it.
Yeah, like I said, I saw just like a substand, like sheer heart attack and Killer Queen.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, you rocking with us?
Yeah, I'm still gonna vibe with y'all, but I only took King Crimson because like I want a defensive ability with. It's not broken, but it's good enough where I can get myself out of a sticky situation if I really needed to.
So hypothetically,
that's like your best defensive option you have.
There's better ones. There's one that I thought of that if you could frame it right, then it could be really good.
Yeah, well, I was thinking because like when I was watching the episode, I was thinking like, yo, if I had 5 abilities, I'll do this to kind of get around the system, and I'm like, all
right. So hypothetically, if you already haven't planned out, not to put in the spot, what would be your 5?
Hypothetically, no, my first ability, right? I'll take Nagato Eyes, right? So then I have like paths. I have the paths. So like I'm paramount the paths. So now there's like 5 of me. I think there's 5 paths. There's 6.
You just take the Rinnegan. Why specifically Nagato's?
Oh, I guess it gets the Rinnegan. It gets the Rinnegan in build just in general.
You know, if this genie really wanted to be like that guy, you get Nagato's eyes. You can get regular nigga's eyes because not his eyes.
Because he had eyes before the Rinnegan.
Yeah, the monkey paw.
Aren't they technically like?
They're Madara's eyes.
Yeah,
they're Madara eyes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess I'll take the Rinnegan. Do like a little pass situation. So now I have like. Not only all the abilities that fall under the Rinnegan, but now I have like 4 of the slots I can fill in.
You just gonna go grave digging, or like what are you gonna do? Because they have to be dead bodies.
I mean, what graveyards exist everywhere? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like it's still disrespectful to grave dig.
Oh, that sucks.
And also, you have to find a freshly like dead corpse too, because otherwise it'd just be a skeleton.
And not only that, like whose bodies you take? You take some like random child's body.
Because aren't they stronger the closer they are to you?
Yeah.
Devin, I think
someone?
Devin, I think your family might have to go. You might have to touch your
I
family.
don't do that at all. I think
you might
enough
have to
people
touch
die in a world
No.
where I can just pull up.
I think Gabe's right though. If they're closer to you, then they're stronger.
Closer.
Yeah, like
I don't.
That's
know.
why Yahiko's is the strongest path.
Yeah.
Because it's close to him.
it's close to
I
yeah.
thought it was more of a choice. I don't know if it's
Nah.
like that. You don't think so?
I don't think it was a choice.
I trust Gabe.
Oh yeah.
I'm not like
Nothing.
Don't take my word for it. I'm not certain about it, but I'm like
I mean, it would
pretty
make
sure
sense.
I remember
It would
them
make
saying
sense.
that like the closer you are to the path is why it's stronger, which is why Pain's paths were stronger than Obito's Jinchurikis because they weren't close to Obito. He was just using them. And
Well, I thought it was more. I thought it was
like,
more of a he just didn't fully understand like all the abilities,
who,
or like
Obito?
he had no reason to use all their abilities.
Obito.
Yeah.
Obito just couldn't. He didn't have the chakra.
Yeah, he
reserves for
just
that.
couldn't.
It's not that he couldn't, or not that he didn't want to. He just couldn't.
Mm.
Because he wanted to, but he doesn't have Uzumaki chakra.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
But yeah, but like there's still it's not like a chakra thing though. I think Yahiko is just stronger because he's closer to Nagato.
It might be. But I'm still doing that. Having dead bodies. How I'm requiring them. It's not impossible to think how I'm requiring dead bodies. There's enough dead bodies in the world. I can probably.
You can get away with at least 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd take a while. You gotta find freshly dead bodies.
I'll probably help you out. I got the shadow clones.
Yeah. A second ability I thought would be kind of nifty is like All for One's ability.
That shit ass. What the
Doesn't
fuck
it only
you
work
doing?
on quirks?
That is ass.
Is it only quirks?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I can give any quirk. How does it work? Is it just like
It's just quirks. So you'd have to find someone else who
You have to
chose
find
a
people
quirk.
with quirks.
Oh,
It's not
only with
abilities.
quirk. Okay, I thought it was more of like. Oh yeah, he steals ability. That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
Well, he steals quirks.
and he can give them to people.
Yeah.
I thought he had all these quirks and then
Yeah, he had all the quirks.
it is his quirk.
Like,
I
it is
assume
quirks.
technically since we're getting powers, it's technically a quirk.
No.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
Nope.
No, it's not.
Nope.
Because I even specified
'Cause
like
that's
when I
biological
said
thing.
like the reason why I didn't take Meliodas is because he only deflects magic,
Magic. Yeah,
and
I
not
get
all.
that.
But
Magic
like
is something-
if you have like pyrokinesis, that's not magic. That's pyrokinesis. So I couldn't deflect that. That's why I had to take the Esterosa one because physical is physical.
Physical is physical. Yeah.
True.
So it's like you kind of have to. Yes, it's not the same magic as Black Clover magic, but if you took like a fairy tale magic, that's still magic. I can counter it.
Makes sense.
You
That
know?
makes sense.
But you have to kind of specify that like this all powerful deity is like making sure that we're kind of
It's
specific.
like a
with our
balance. It's
stuff.
like a balance system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Because
I
it's not
probably
like
wouldn't take that then.
it's not like everything translates.
'Cause I thought like powers would just be powers. So I'm like maybe I can steal other powers. But
Wouldn't
since you said
Rogue
that-
just work better in that sense?
Yeah, but she's not anime.
Or is
Yeah, it
Rogue
wouldn't.
only
Yeah,
work-
it wouldn't be an anime. Because you said anime
Oh, yeah,
abilities.
you're right.
Yeah, because anime abilities.
I would have taken Rogue.
Are there not other people who can just do that?
See, I was thinking about it. I was like, who else could do that other than All for One? But I didn't.
Do Crollo's book, you just gotta meet all those standards, and it's only if
Yeah,
want
true.
someone else
Yeah, but it's
chooses
also
an
nin abilities.
Yeah, you don't think anyone would choose an ability?
Yeah, but I feel like more people.
With how popular that Hunter x Hunter is,
Yeah.
Yeah, but like there's only so many.
APR would be taken.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely taking APR.
APR go crazy. APR go crazy.
No, APR was actually on my list.
yeah,
APR.
APR.
I'm definitely giving one of my paths APR. But like, yeah,
See, like
Just
I would have taken like some nin abilities, but I just feel like the ones that I took were more useful.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
agree. I was like, the nin abilities are too specific, and I was like, nah, I don't want like.
I didn't want
gotta meet
restrictions.
I didn't want to meet conditions to use my abilities. I just wanted to use
Yeah,
them.
but APR is straight is good enough on its own. Like, yeah, if I need to get in a like if I'm locked in a standstill, this is my win con.
That makes
Yeah, but
sense.
that's-
Yeah, but it's also it takes a
that's only
long
a-
time to start accruing debt.
Exactly, but that's I'm just saying like if the battle's going on long enough where like it's a standstill between me and this guy.
Over time, yeah.
This is my win con.
However, APR would go kind of crazy with shadow clones because I'm assuming it'd be one APR.
Well,
Like,
that's
for
what I was
the
thinking. Like,
lump.
if I had paths, like if I still have this paths idea, and then one of them had the APR, because like not his only ability isn't only APR. He has other Rinnegan abilities too, so
Yeah.
he's not useless.
Yeah. Yeah, we could accrue. You could accrue quite a bit if you have more than one body. You can accrue a lot.
Yeah. Man, it wasn't a full thought thought. I was just like saying, my whole basis was just the paths and like, what's the most broken combination I can get out of just me having like 5 bodies that can all share vision.
Yeah. I mean, you could do a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I'd probably like have each one specialized in a specific type. So it's like this is my defense, this is my tank, this is my offense.
Yeah, I was trying
This
to
is like
do
my
that.
healer.
How would sharing vision even work? Wouldn't that be like confusing? How do you see 6 different point of views in your head at once?
I mean,
it just works, dog. I don't. Let me explain how it works.
I would assume that it's like you just kind of like know, like the way that you perceive. Like, let's say like there's 6 of us and we're 360 around an object, right? Instead of me perceiving this object in a 2D lens, I'm perceiving it in a 3rd dimension lens. So I can see more depth, and I can fully see around things. So I'd assume like you just get like a more complete picture in your mind.
I guess.
But it just works. It's the same as like the Sharingan. Like you can just see stuff, and like the Byakugan, you see chakra points, but it's like
it just works.
It just works, you know.
I feel like those make more sense though.
I mean, yeah. It definitely makes more sense, but
does.
like it's hard to conceptualize things like that. It's the same thing of like trying to conceptualize what a 4th. Because like when you're in the 3rd dimension, you can only see in the 2nd dimension. You perceive in the 2nd dimension, but when you're in the 4th dimension, you can perceive in the 3rd dimension. So it's impossible for us to perceive from a 4th dimensional standpoint. Does that make sense? Like we can't perceive. We see 3D objects, but we don't perceive them as 3D objects.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No, I get you.
Yeah, it's really trippy with that kind of stuff. But I mean, like, you just kind of like see 6 things at once and you just roll with it.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
This is my vision now. I gotta live with it.
So what else would you do?
Well, since I'm not doing like the all for one quirk, like so my first ability is the paths, right? I'm taking APR. I was like also do the lost fruit. I'm definitely taking lost fruit.
Open on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Valid.
Didn't you take that one, Tyler?
I said
I thought about it,
but if we're going the way that with the weapons and the abilities, then I already have it with the Benihime.
Oh yeah.
All right. What else?
I have 2 more.
Yeah.
Since Tyler took Mob's telekinesis, I'll probably just take Tatsumikis. Is that her name? The bitch from
Tatsumaki One Punch Man.
Yeah, I'll take hers. Hers is better.
Is it better?
It's not.
I don't think it is.
You see the shit
I don't think it
she's
is. I don't think it is, Deven.
I think it is.
We also read the manga too. I don't think
she just fights stronger people.
And then you also have to think as well. Mob is still like in middle school.
I guess I've seen her do crazier things in Mob.
Well, but think about it though. Like Mob's a middle schooler. She's like 24 or something. Give him 10 years to grow up. He'll be doing some crazy things.
I guess I just haven't seen him. He hasn't done it yet, so that's what.
I guess it would be a fallacy to say that you'd assume, but like I think it is safe to assume.
The panel, like the world, and like especially like the bullet feet. That was crazy. But yeah, how
about Mob just tanking black holes?
Pretty sure she could do that too.
Pretty sure.
You're assuming that?
You're assuming that? Because like Mob did tank as a. Not only did he tank, he gave it to Reagan, so he's loaning his power, part of his power out to Reagan, and Reagan was like slapping him away. He's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" He was slapping him. He's like, "What the fuck is this?" And he starts slapping him out of the way. So it's like, let him cook. Let him cook.
I'm still taking hers since you took his. I was like, I can't take Mob, so I'll just take hers. Sure. It was like. Is there a
it's one of the other,
I can think of that isn't broken?
Yeah.
No, like I can take hers.
Yeah. And for 5th?
My 5th ability, just maybe like a healing factor, just for like they'll probably give like to my main body.
Can you think of an anime character that has the healing factor?
Because
what's up?
Probably Bond.
Bond's healing factor.
Since it's the immortality.
The immortality. Then yeah. I mean, I think that would. I wouldn't flag that.
It's a pretty defensive build, but I'm not trying to do anything too villainous. I'm just like, I'm just chilling.
Yeah, I mean it's valid. I noticed you didn't have any like transportation though.
Yeah, you're just gonna be regular human speed.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I don't need anything. But I still got lost fruit. So if I really need to get anywhere, I'm like.
But if lost fruit is
it is so limited.
I know it's limited enough, but I don't need to travel anywhere too quickly. I'm fine.
You can just get like speed blitzed by people though.
Yeah, you can.
It'd be over.
You gotta have some out.
Me and Tyler were thinking movement and
because he's got Kamui. I got instant transmission.
Man, his Kamui isn't a speed feat thing.
No, it's teleportation.
It's a space
for travel, not for like in a fight.
That's what it's for.
Kamui's
also my defense.
Yeah, you're talking about traveling.
He also can't like die because he took Subaru's restart too. So he'll also like even if he does get speed blitzed, he'll know how he got speed blitzed and just avoid it. Just Kamui out of it. Because we talked about in the episode, like I was like, if you frame 1, you wake up and get stabbed because the way we did like the checkpoints for his ability was that like it's just when he wakes up every day. So it resets when he wakes up, right? And then if he's like asleep, even if he's about to wake up, it just go to the previous day. And just whenever he wakes up, it starts the new checkpoint, right?
That's true.
So it's like frame 1, he gets stabbed. Oh, I got stabbed right here. Okay, I'll just Kamui this out as soon as I wake up. and then he Kamui's it out.
True.
So it's like,
well, that's why I took like my immortality for my main body. So like, at the end of the day, I still have the Rinnegan. So like, if my pass die, I'm like, all right, fuck. And
it's not like
recuperate. But who's speed? What's your speed feat? Like, what are you doing?
Well, he has instant transmission.
Well, it is a transmission, and I also have like mob telekinesis, which has any kind of psychic ability basically with that. And then I got shadow clones. I'm trying to think of what it picked.
I mean, I guess I could technically fly.
Oh, I got Eyes of the Lord from Records of Ragnarok. Adam's Eyes of the Lord. I can perceive everything and match strength.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can technically fly with my telekinesis person, so if I wanted to fly somewhere, I'd be like, just in a V formation.
You're like Giada. You're like you start floating.
Like, all right, we're out.
Yeah.
Let's dip.
Come on, Tyler.
All right. Think you're getting bodied by us though?
Probably.
I mean, yeah, dude, he got Heaven's Door and Kodo Matsukame.
I want to Heaven's Door so badly. You have done it. When he said Heaven's Door, Gabe's like first 3 options. That was mine bar for bar. I wanted that. So I want Heaven's Door. I want Kamui.
Kodo Matsukame? You didn't really care about Kodo Matsukame?
No. I mean, you already had like Aizen Sword.
No, that was later on though.
That was later.
Oh yeah, wait.
And then it was also later on that we established that they were in the same verse.
You said you had Heaven's Door. Anything Heaven's Door could do, Kodo Matsukame could basically do.
Yeah, but Kodo Matsukame...
Because with Heaven's Door, it can be like undone eventually. Like they can change their mind. Kodo Matsukame, you can never change.
Because like Heaven's Door, like let's say like you want to go get a fruit snack, and then Gabe could just erase the fact that you want to get a fruit snack, but your mind can go through the same process of you wanting to go, like the process of you getting to that point, and you can go back there. Kodo Matsukame, you just don't.
Yeah,
you just don't.
I get you.
So it's like Heaven's Door is like
it's more immediate.
It's like a bandage, and then Kodo Matsukame is like no. I said no.
And also, I always, like I explained in the episode, I also took Kodo Matsukame so no one else would have it too.
Yeah, but the Kamui and Heaven's Door, Heaven's Door is like up there. Like it's like top 3 stand abilities that I would want. I was like, fuck, Heaven's Door is so useful. I love Heaven's Door.
Cam speaks Spanish perfectly.
And Kamui is this ability. I said like if I had one ability, Kamui is always my first choice.
Oh, I always said Shadow Clone. Number 1 is Shadow Clone.
Was gonna be my number 1 pick. Yeah.
But it's like specifically
like,
Naruto Shadow Clones. Because then you can make thousands. Otherwise, you just be like 2 or 2.
That's like the versatility of Kamui. It itself is so useful. I'm like,
yeah, I guess.
Oh man, Tyler, if these versions of ourselves were in the tournament, they might be running. Through it.
If they made it to the tournament,
maybe they would be running through.
They be getting at least semis. I'm just saying, depending on the bracket lineup, they get at least semis.
You'd have to find some win con for someone to beat me because I'll just keep restarting.
Yeah, you would keep restart. I mean, you could.
They'd have to seal me.
You could
restart
argue.
so long, but like, yeah, just because you restart doesn't mean like you have like.
Then again, I could seal you.
Okay.
Yeah.
You could potentially, but that's like not a debate we'd get into.
That's a whole thing.
What are you doing getting past Gojo's affinity? What do you have?
Let me see. What do I have? Kodo Matsukame, make him turn it off.
Yeah, you can.
I guess, yeah. I mean,
turn off your infinity. Boom. Stab him in the heart.
Are you really seeing his eyes though?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He also has Sharingan too, so you could like.
Oh yeah, I guess you could
see through it. He also could you. If you were to like scale, like not scale, but if you were to like assume that the curse techniques and the like chakra stuff would it be the same, could you potentially like make infinity as well with the Sharingan?
No,
that's not how that works.
That's not how it works.
Because it's like a technique.
Yeah, but
it's not a technique that you can just learn though. In JJK, he's like gifted it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like the
it's like a once in a generation.
The Kekka or whatever.
No, it's not like that. It's different.
I thought those were
that's like a bloodline thing.
I don't know, man.
Gojo's 6 eyes thing is like a once in every generation thing. That's why when he was born, everyone was like, "Oh, the 6 eyes is born."
Yeah, he's him. Give me Neutron.
Yeah, I would run through the tournament. I think Tyler could potentially be stopped by Gojo.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
How do you get past infinity?
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I have anything. I mean, like the Eyes of the Lord only copies the fighting technique, not the other stuff. I mean, instant transmission is not going to help. Clones would be useful, I guess, to stall.
Yeah, you can stall.
But he has infinite stamina and infinite energy. Not infinite stamina, he has infinite curse energy. That's tough. What else did I take? I'm trying to think. Because I took Shadow Clones, Eyes of the Lord. What the fuck was that third one?
Do you think telekinesis works on Gojo?
You
think you can just like, pick him up and move him?
I think it depends on how the interpretation of a telekinesis would work.
Because like he's been thrown around by physical objects, like that one black nigga who like roped him and threw him. So if he can grab him, I know it's not grabbing him, but like you're grabbing something that's surrounding him. So you need the telekinesis because this accompanies him.
It could, but because like the way Gojo's Infinity works is you're touching a surface. It's not him, and it does like move him in a sense.
That's what I was saying. Like you can technically move. I think you can move.
But what would moving him do? He can just teleport out of it.
Fuck, he can teleport out of it, huh?
Yeah.
Fuck, that's crazy.
He could also like I can't remember, but I think he could just allow you to not touch. I think he mostly lets people touch him. He could just like not let you do that. Because like remember like when he's I can't remember what part of this is in JJK where he's like walking on the ant pile. He just steps on top of it and the ants aren't affected by it.
Oh yeah.
So I think he can just not be affected by things. I think he just chooses to make himself have fun. Because it would be no fun if nothing did anything to him. But yeah, even if you do grab me, I'd just teleport, or me, yeah, he would just teleport out of it if he wanted to.
Yeah. I was thinking, none of the pass ability can do anything. I was like, I can rip that nigga's soul up, but I can't touch him.
Do you need to touch him to rip the soul? Is that how Renegon's soul
I mean, when he did the Naruto, he like touched him and then he like pulled it out.
Is that just what he wanted to do, or does he have?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I mean, I guess technically I can summon the ghetto statue, and whatever the fuck that shit did, like to suck the souls out of people, and he summoned like that dragon shit.
Yeah, I feel like you got to like research into it more and see why it did that, because I feel like if that was the case, Madara just used it in like the fourth ninja world. All right, I win.
I mean, when Nagato did it, it crippled him.
Yeah,
probably didn't want to be crippled.
I mean, Madara was reanimation though.
Yeah,
he's reanimated.
He was, wasn't he?
So it's like he's chilling. That's why he was like.
That's why
he summoned the meteor. He's like, I'm chilling.
No, he couldn't summon the ghetto statue when he's reanimated. He had to be alive.
Yeah,
when
okay,
he summoned it, he was alive. He had such good regeneration though. I feel like he could just eat it.
He probably could. He's just probably having fun. I don't know. I thought about that, but like, I can't just suck souls out of people's bodies if I really wanted to. And with my bond ability, I want him to get crippled.
And again, could Gojo just teleport the ghetto statue away too?
He could.
To the center of the earth.
He could.
Disintegrate it.
I'm like, I mean, would it really disintegrate the ghetto statue? I don't know, man.
You think the ghetto statue is strong enough to withstand the Earth's core?
It was strong enough to. Oh yeah. I mean, it's strong enough to survive the Shira or the moon being created.
Yeah, that's force. That's not heat.
Yeah, you're right. I was like,
it's also pressure. Yeah,
the pressure.
Heat is different.
Heat is different. Maybe. I don't know any heat feats with the ghetto statue.
But yeah, since you're only allowed to take one, which one are you taking?
What do you mean?
On the ability.
Oh, the one ability?
Yeah. You get one ability and one weapon. So at least you can look forward to that.
It could be any anime weapon that we haven't picked.
Yeah.
Anime weapons is hard. I was trying to think of anime weapons.
No, yeah, it was hard.
Yeah, it was literally came down to vessels and bankais.
It was vessels and bankais.
Vessels and bankais. I was like, fuck. Those because those are some of like the strongest weapons.
Because like I was like, well, I mean, because I took the Demon Slayer sword from Black Clover, so it's the anti-magic sword.
Yeah.
And I was like, I guess just to have something different.
Just to like
not be the
like,
same. Yeah. Even though I already. Oh, that's what it was. I had the Esterosa thing. Now that I think about it, yeah. Anyways.
I guess I could do Killer Queen, but like the evolved Killer Queen with like the
for your ability.
Yeah, where he gets the 3 bombs of the 2.
So you can do bites the dust.
Yeah, I can do bites the dust.
Is that your defensive?
Yeah, I'm like, hey,
what?
My name is Deven McIntyre.
Okay.
Got fun.
So you're taking Killer Queen over King Crimson?
I feel like it may be a little bit more practical.
Yeah,
because it's offensive as well as defensive.
Yeah, it could be both.
And also, I also have like a
and then like sheer heart attack too.
Sheer heart attack's pretty good.
Pretty good.
So I think Killer Queen with Bites the Dust is a pretty good stand ability.
I mean, how does Bites the Dust really work though?
When it's more of a let me try to think, because I remember he puts Killer Queen into someone, and I can't. That's my bomb now. Now I can't use like Killer Queen's 2 other primary abilities, so it does leave me the weak. But like basically, if someone tries to figure out or try to figure out my name,
no, that's just the way he did it because he was trying to remain inconspicuous.
Yeah.
So that's why he was like, if someone trying to figure out the name.
Is that the trigger? Well, yeah, but that's the trigger though. That
was his trigger.
Yeah, that was I think. But
so
I think
can you change it? Is what I'm saying.
So it's like yo, they take a shit, then blow them up.
Yeah, but I think the stand ability shaped itself
around him,
around his personality, and since his personality.
But would it not go around your personality now because it's your stand?
Yeah, but I'm taking the ability.
Killer Queen though.
Yeah, I took the ability. So,
what would you use that for then? Because then if you use that, you can't use your other abilities.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I can always call Killer Queen back to myself. Like I still have all 3 bombs. Just like if I choose to, I can like, where's the nearest person? Do this real quick. It's like a get a jail free card if it was really needed.
But what would you use it for? How is that practical for someone like you?
It's not. It's just it's a what if ability. And then I'm just using the 2 other primary abilities. Like I can like disintegrate stuff basically. I can do crazy shit. I'm like, all right, waste gone. No more waste.
Why is it just a stand? Why nothing else? You couldn't think of anything else to use but stands?
If I have one ability, I probably would want a stand. And the one stand I always wanted was Heaven's Door.
That's
and
tough.
you took it.
That's tough.
It's almost like I knew the best stand and took it.
Yeah.
Maybe not best stand, but most practical stand.
Yeah, it is the most practical stand. I'm like, I can do.
So, what weapon are you taking?
I don't even know. I'm going through like all the vessels in my head.
You can pick any vessel.
I was trying to think of all the vessels. Like, what could I use? That's cool. I did like the vessel you took. What was it then?
The
portal
guy
one
with the portals. Yeah,
I thought pretty cool. I was surprised you took that one though over like some of the other ones.
Transportation.
there was one I wanted to take, but I specifically didn't take it because I didn't want to spoil anyone for anyone who wanted to maybe read Magi.
Yeah, if we're doing that, then maybe God, I always forget. I forget. I'm like the worst when it comes to like, Vessels Day, but
There's something that says
it's one of the Zimbads. Maybe the one where like he screams and like he makes people pass
Zepar?
out. Yeah,
Zepar? I took that one.
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't. I took that before.
No, you took
Yeah.
But maybe that one.
Zepar pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, Zepar's pretty good. I like that one.
But you can be controlling people?
If I need to, I don't have to control people.
I can just think
of.
We might have to step in, Deven.
No,
You might
have to-
I only have these abilities if a menace pulls up on me and like stop. I'm like, shit yourself.
What if the nigga has like
Shit yourself.
Shit yourself.
what if the nigga has like Moo's vessel and then like Shigaraki's ability?
Ooh. That person might not be allowed to live.
Hey Gabe, we might have to intervene. Hey Gabe, we might have to intervene.
I'm not intervening. He's chilling. He's not messing with me.
That's what I'm saying. If he never messes with me, I don't really
No,
care.
he's messing with you. He has beef with you
Why?
specifically.
Wait, what vessel does he have?
He has Moo's vessel and
Which one is that?
Shigaraki's decay. Like the one where he's like instantaneous movement.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
He's Shigaraki. I'm like,
They're like, shit your pants.
I mean, to be fair though, he has to get all 5 fingers on you,
He
it does take a while to decay. It's not like it goes.
Yeah.
It takes time.
because when he touched Razorhead, he was just crippling. Yeah, when he's touching me, I'm like, Killer, touch this nigga, I blow him up.
He'll just dodge because he's faster than you.
And yeah, now he's off me. Now we're
And come back and just keep coming back and touching different parts of you.
I'm about to tag him eventually.
I don't know if you're gonna
if he
tag
keep going
him.
back and forth, I'm still like, all right, stop. Like,
Stop?
Shit yourself out. Come.
It won't work. He won't hear it. He'll be out of range
Why is he out of range?
because he'd be run away.
Yeah.
He's. What do you mean?
This man's a tactician, bro.
Oh, so he's going like away.
Yeah,
I'm the villain.
Shot range at least. He's like going across the world.
He's the villain.
He's your villain, Devin. How you deal with him?
Yeah, he's your rival.
I'll probably just have it to where sure heart attack is just on me, and then like he gets me, I like blow up, or I just have it to
But
like
damage you.
an article closing just on me, and then I'm blowing myself up basically. I don't think
So you're gonna kill yourself to kill
I don't
him?
think my bombs hurt. I don't think bombs.
Do
hurt
they not?
him. I think he has a certain resistance to it. I think I remember seeing something about it, but I don't remember.
No, I think
I
they
don't
do
think
still
so.
affect him because
You
remember the
think so?
cat bomb still hurt him. When they turned it on him, he was scared.
Oh yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, that's why I can't blow it." Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. It was. I don't know.
That's tough.
I don't think I can counter that. With the abilities I have, I can stall him, but I'm not winning that battle. It'd be a cool battle though. See, like, I'm like, I tied this bomb just right.
We can get into some more matchups after this intermission.
I was trying to think of an ability that has like a glaring weakness, but like, and then a weapon that could just get rid of that like weakness, or like vice versa. I couldn't think of any.
Of ours?
No, just like in general. Like if one person could pick one ability and one weapon, what's like one ability
That like
a-
covers their weakness?
that will cover the weakness?
Yeah.
I'm thinking if you could do like what's his name? the guy from Bleach, Zanka no Tachi guy, his Bankai, because it's so hot that he can't use it all the time. If you can find some ability that cools
That's like
you
heat
down, like a
resistance.
Shigaraki type of thing, then you could kind of help yourself out there.
Or you could just like, I mean, yeah.
Or you could just say, "Forget it, I'm destroying the whole world."
Oh, I think his name's,
you just fucking.
I think his name's Yamamoto.
Yamamoto, yeah, that's his
Yeah.
name. You could just say,
Yeah, I
you know,
know that.
whatever, the Earth's gonna die, but I feel like someone would just stop him. Everyone in the world got abilities. We're not gonna.
Yeah,
let
because we were
that
talking
just
about that.
melt the
We
world.
were talking about that
Poison the
because like
sun.
his blade is so hot. Like you would have to have such a high durability just to hold it.
Yeah,
It should be near it
I know Yamamoto.
Yeah.
I've encountered him in my day.
in your scaling days.
What are you doing if you meet someone who's like, my abilities? I chose the what are they called? Shinigami eyes, and I have the Death Note as my weapon.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. I won't tell you my name, but that's cool. Actually,
He doesn't need to know your name, Deven.
oh fuck, he doesn't.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's cool. What are you using the Death Note for?
Killing people that do me wrong.
Oh,
And here's my homeboy right here. I'm not gonna tell you his abilities though. Just know, I'd be careful around us.
man, that's something really stopping me from loading this man up.
You don't know what his. You don't know what his name
You're
is?
right.
Are you gonna gamble that?
I probably would. I mean, I could. I could just control him. But you're right. I don't know the second guy's ability. I'm like,
I don't think I can get past that.
Pass
What,
out the
Death
Shinigami
Note?
eyes.
Yeah, the combo, the Death Note combo.
can't-
No, if he wanted to kill you, I feel like I could get around it because I just keep restarting and I would eventually get
Yeah.
to him and stop him.
Yeah.
You have to die so many times though.
Yeah.
I feel like
I would know though if he's seen my face, I would be like, okay, I've seen him somewhere because I'm not on TV, so I've seen him.
the only thing I could say is if like I scour
seen
my
me.
clones and like I try to figure it out that way and like I'd use telekinesis with it, but I don't think I can get around that.
That's just a guy you have to befriend.
Yeah,
if you don't befriend
yeah.
him, he's
I mean, you can kill him. Like, but like,
Well, no,
but it's
befriend
like-
him,
if you have-
befriend
even-
him long enough.
Hmm?
Befriend him long enough that you can get in close and then kill him.
Yeah, because he is a regular person at the end of the day.
he's a dude.
But if he lurks in the shadows, he's dangerous.
oh yeah, people just start dropping. Like,
You know someone's taking the Death Note, right?
but
Someone's
thing
doing
is,
the combo.
in a world where everyone has so many abilities, I feel like there's just abilities where people have either clairvoyance or just like.
No,
Oh, for sure.
mind.
Yeah,
but
So
like-
it's like, oh, I
but
know
like
this guy
we
is.
don't in this.
Oh, yeah,
well, I do,
us-
but like
yeah,
like
you
some
do.
people don't though. So it's like a lot of people are just gonna be dropping. Right? Yeah, sure. Some people can be like, all right, I know who has the Death Note. You know what that dude would do? Probably just kill everyone who tries to come near him.
Yeah.
Unless I guess at a certain point he would get overwhelmed because he is still just a guy. But then he has his homeboy. Well, we don't know what his ability and. Considering this guy's so confident to come talk to you, Deven, maybe his homeboy is pretty tanky.
That's why I'm like, this homeboy is looking at me kind of weird.
he's like, "What's that you repping?"
Homeboy's like, oh, I'm just rocking Infinity.
we threw the flag on Infinity though. That's,
I mean, you threw the flag
Yeah,
on
you
Infinity,
throw-
but yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
you
it's a
did call
valid
it- yeah,
flag.
you
I
called
think
it
it's
a red
a valid flag.
You think that far as ability work on Affinity? Cause
Which ability?
my ability was that part. That's his name?
Zepar? The sound?
You can still hear me.
Yeah, but you still have to cross an infinite distance.
But the
I
thing
think
is,
the way it works
but
though, his no
to make
like,
the argument, that mean Gojo wouldn't be able to hear anything.
But he allows himself
he
to hear
allows
stuff.
things. He allows things.
It's
It's the same reason why like he has clothes on because he allows the clothes to be on him.
Yeah.
But I would think if he does hear it, because of the way Gojo's brain is so complex, I don't think you could control him.
You think so?
His brain is constantly refreshing. He's immune to mind
Yeah.
control because of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to.
And there's also like the big thing is like, what if he just teleports to you domain expansion?
Right. Well, you took Affinity. You didn't think. Oh, it's Affinity and the domain section. One in tandem?
Is that not one of the same? Would that go together?
They're not in tandem.
It
They're
would
two different abilities.
because
Because you
if
take if you take
have-
Gojo's abilities.
everyone has if he's taking Gojo's Infinity, you would get his domain expansion because that is
It's a derivative of his
expansion is-
Infinity.
Well,
yeah.
oh, it's a derivative. Okay, I thought it was
Yeah.
just two different abilities.
I don't think
the
it
only
is.
two different abilities Gojo has is his six
The eyes, yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
But
then
I
again-
assumed in this scenario you were fighting Gojo.
But then
Oh,
again,
yeah,
but
I'm
then
not beating
again,
Gojo.
yeah. Then again, though, if they don't have the 6 eyes, how often can they really use Infinity?
Not very often.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Well,
they barely able to use because it's infinite. You have to have infinite
yeah.
energy, but because of the 6 eyes, he has infinite energy or infinite stamina. So
Yeah.
he can just keep going.
That's why I was assuming he was just fighting Gojo. when
Yeah,
he
if you're
said
fighting
that.
Gojo, that's tough.
Gojo's just the ultimate guy. It's just like that's tough. That's a tough fight.
I'm befriending. I'm chilling with him. I'm like, humans, we're not monkeys. We're all the same.
I feel like I can beat him. Yeah. Well, actually, no. We've already been over this. Yeah, I can beat him.
Gojo?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't have anything. I don't have anything in my.
I mean,
toolbox.
I can
actually, now
technically
they think
be
about
Gojo.
it though, I don't think Kodomatsukami would work on him because the brain is always refreshing.
I feel like Bison Dust would work on Gojo. Just like me myself will have to figure out a way to make Gojo want to figure out my name or anything about me.
He doesn't need to figure out your name to kill you though.
Yeah, I know.
But then
like
again,
that's the thing. If I knew Gojo existed in the world and I was tasked to kill him, I could probably do it.
I mean,
Man, that's tough. I feel like there's
but then again, though, like,
step in.
Would that even hurt him?
Bison Dust?
Yes.
It blows him up. It blows him himself blows up from the inside. He combustes.
On a human, yeah. On a regular person, yeah. But his defense is
bring up a good point.
like Gojo's human, but he is infinite. He's so far beyond everything. Like if you put it on him,
go around
like
him.
if you put it on him,
but the explosion isn't trailer.
But Devin, I can touch you right now. If you have infinite distance between us, I can't touch you, so I can put it on what I think is you, but it's not you.
Well, Bison Dust isn't going towards him. Bison Dust is going to someone else. And
but how are they touching him?
I don't have to touch him. The bomb itself.
It's just like instantly inside of him?
Well, no, because I think the way it works is it gets reflected. He's in someone's eye, and then he goes to like, oh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like what Tyler was saying, it would just be like a similar situation when Jogo fought him, and he like thought he combusted Gojo, but it didn't. Like,
yeah,
it would just get everything around
he
him.
himself is trying to blow him up, but like.
But yeah, it's the same thing. It was just
it's
like
the same concept.
Just touch the area around him because you're like,
I guess,
in a sense,
yeah.
the ability thinks it is on Gojo, but it's not.
Yeah, the ability like, yeah, I'm in him. I'm like, oh yeah, blow him up, and then I see how blow just go around him. Like,
see, all I know is I'm chilling with Gojo.
Oh yeah,
I'm like,
I'm not fucking with Gojo.
Now the government comes to Jowp, it's like you're tasked with killing Gojo.
I'm like, that's tough. Ask Gabe. I'm not touching him. I'm chilling with him.
I feel like
no.
Man, I can't though, because like I explained with I don't think Kodomatsukami would work. Heaven's Door maybe could work because I just I'd have to go in there,
but you have to touch
really
him.
quick and be like, stop refreshing your brain.
But you have to touch him though. That's the problem.
True. No, I'd have to like Kodomatsukami be like, stop refreshing.
Stop
like,
it.
I think it refreshes in like 1 second, so it's like I have to do it in like 1 second.
Yeah, I was okay. Yeah, I was reading Bison Dust, and like I guess Killer Queen and stuff has to go into Gojo's eye, and I guess he would have to travel an infinite distance.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
I mean, eventually it'll get there. By the time it does, he'll kill you, and then you'll deactivate. But then again, infinite, it wouldn't get there because it's infinite distance.
Yeah.
No, that's just tough. Like if we were tasked to kill him, I'd be like, why? I want you to give me a whole briefing as to why, just so I can shut you down.
I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna meet Gojo, but yeah, they want to kill you.
Yeah,
I'm a real one.
Kill them.
Kill them.
Let's overthrow the government, so I don't have to pay taxes anymore. Oh baby.
Man, you really don't want to pay these taxes.
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of just a joke because like really, I have an infinite money glitch, so I can just infinitely make money.
I guess.
Yeah, I have infinite money, so I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Mhm. So it's like I can pay taxes whatever I want.
In this scenario, you have 5 abilities of 5 weapons. You're basically a god in this universe, Tyler.
I got money.
And you worried about money.
Money's always useful.
Do you have any resistances to me just saying like kill yourself, Tyler? I'm not saying I would do that.
Psychokinesis.
I feel like Mob's telekinesis
because he has a high level of psychic.
Psychokinesis.
Yeah, he has a pretty high level of psychic resistance.
No, but I'll just restart.
Yeah, restart.
He's like, kill me frame 1.
Yeah. See, do I have a resistance? I don't think I do, but I don't need to. Ultimately, when I chose Super's restart, I was like, I don't need to have a hard counter to everything. My hard counter is just restarting.
You just restart.
Yeah.
Unless you get sealed.
Counter.
Yeah.
It is a good enough counter, yeah.
Because even in the scenario where like the Death Note guy, he's like hunting me down for some reason, I'm just like, oh. So he saw me somewhere, wrote my name in the Death Note. I just won't go out today, or I'll just go in China today.
You wanted to hunt him down, but nah, this guy gotta die.
I could, but like I think it'd be easier if I like just keep avoiding him until I get into a scenario where like I have to see him. So I'm like, all right, now I know what you look like. It's over.
But then again, if he saw you like the day before, that's tough. Like if he just sat on it, he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna like do it tomorrow.
He just sat on it, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You go to him like, so you were trying to kill me, huh? Like, how'd you know that? Like,
he's like, I was gonna do it tonight, but my mom made dinner and I hopped on Overwatch, so I didn't do it tonight. But I'll do it tomorrow.
I just have to find someone who has the ability to like go back in time. Like, all right, let's be homeboys. Actually, I don't even have to ask him. Just make him be my homeboy. And like, all right, let's work together.
Yeah.
If I can just, I don't know who has the ability to go back in time like that, but there's so many people.
There's got to be someone. There's so many animes and powers. There's some kind of isekai or something that does that.
It'd have to be someone who's limited though, because they can't have like complete control, because then they would be flagged.
They'd be flagged.
But if it's just like one day, that's all I need.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless like for some reason this guy knew my name and started it for like a month. For some reason, maybe he's light. Maybe he's like Yagami and he figured. Dude, how impossible is it to figure out of my super ability? Like it feels nearly impossible. The only
reason that we would know is because you told us.
But you can't tell us, can you?
Yeah, you can.
I can. I just don't want to.
Wait, why can't you?
I mean, you said you told me,
because there's
right?
a reason that Subaru can't. Why can you?
Subaru can't because he's cursed, right? But like,
yeah, you're taking that ability though, which is the curse.
He's not taking the curse. No.
Well, I'm taking
the curse is the ability though.
But I feel like it's just because the witch like gets. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't. But then I think I also explained this in the episode. I haven't finished ReZero, so I don't know. We don't know the full extent of why he can't say it. It could be some different reason other than it's just like, oh, you can't say it. It could be some other reason.
I feel you, yeah.
But even then, yeah, like I wouldn't tell anyone anyways. But I guess if there's some mind reader, I think, didn't we talk about this, Tyler? Like you have resistance to mind reader. I don't think I do though. I'd have to just go around Heaven's Dooring everyone, make it sure.
Yeah, like Heaven's Door. I mean, which isn't like villainous.
Hypothetically, I could loan you some resistance.
I mean, you have to put a barrier around him, but like you had to keep that up the whole time.
Mob loaned his powers to Reagan. He just put a barrier around him.
It was temporary though.
Yeah, it was temporary.
It was temporary, but like I could just refresh it.
So
I don't know. I'm sure there's some way that I could do it.
Not only that, I think Mob is like when he gave all his powers to Reagan,
he lost his.
Yeah, he lost his. I think is what happened. Like he himself.
That's right.
Because he was like, "All right, you got it."
But that's like him giving all of his powers to Reagan. Though he's not giving me all.
Because I'm just giving him resistance. It's just resistance. Everything else he's got.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if you just give me your powers for a day.
Yeah, on top of all your other abilities.
If you told me that you had the ReZero restart ability, because
I can't tell you, but in this scenario,
so in this scenario, then no. If you can, then I would definitely loan it. But like, if there was a logical reason to where like, yeah, I'd have to give him my powers because only he could do this, then yeah, obviously, I'd loan you that. I'd loan anyone the ability if it's necessarily useful.
I'd be like, Tyler, I can't tell you why, but I need your ability.
I'm like, what?
You think we can hunt down like a Superman? Someone like say there's some anime character who's kind of like Superman abilities.
On top of your weapons, yeah. Because you have Aizen's ability, so yeah.
I always forget about the weapon.
Honestly, you just walk around with your Shikai.
I mean, without weapons and.
Well, if I'm like chair version of Aizen where I'm merged with the Goku, I don't need to. Just looking at me is enough.
Yeah, I would assume you're not that level.
Yeah, I would assume not either because that would be me taking Aizen himself. Not like just
exactly. So like if you took the sword, just walk around with your Shikai because anyone that just sees it,
then I have to release it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, you just walk around with it like that then. I mean, like people see it.
At a certain point though, if I can just get such a wide variety, like I just go on TV and just like, right, boom. Got everyone.
And then you can just erase it from memory.
Everyone who's watching it.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I mean...
How do I erase it from memory?
I mean, you have control over everything. Just be like...
That's not
no, that's not how it works. Yeah, never mind. It's just sensory. But it's like...
That's a risk, though, because then again, there could be some people who have the Shinigami eyes, and I'm revealing myself to him. I don't want him to see me.
But then again, would it not look better that... But would it not look better that you're revealing what you have? Like, look, I'm putting it all at the table. This is what I got.
Wait, or when you're revealing the sword, are you putting people under your ability?
Yeah.
That's all they have to do to see it.
I mean, with the guy with Shinigami eyes, he's already on your abilities, so does it really matter?
But it's not like I can't control him.
Yeah,
I just make him see and
you make him perceve things differently.
Yeah,
but I have to choose him. I'd have to know who he is. I'd have to know who he is. Like even though I have everyone under the ability, I still have to know who's doing it.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
And if somehow Kyoko Sagetsu does have the ability to like know what people are doing, which maybe it does, I don't know, then I could. I'd be like, oh, this guy's about to write something.
But you have Great Sage.
True.
You got Great Sage. I forgot about that.
forgot about
You
him.
got Great
I'm like,
Sage.
I'm like, Google, show me this nigga's balls.
I'm like, Grace
forgot
Sage,
about
who is this nigga?
Who? Someone's got it. Tell me who's got the Death Note combo.
And I'm like, matter of fact, while you're at it, Grace Sage, where's he at? Let me
he
just
at?
take him out real quick. Would you guys be fine if I just killed him?
I'd be fine.
I'll be fine. I'm like-
Honestly, yeah.
I mean, if he's coming after you, you'd be like, yeah, kill him.
No, I'm
like,
comfortable.
I'm coming
all
after
this.
you in this scenario, but like,
Because like really, what?
Yeah, I'm like,
what?
yo, can you kill this guy? He's like, look, he's being a menace.
Well, necessarily, what good is this dude offering to the world? He's offering nothing good to the world.
No, he's not.
So it's like,
maybe
yeah, he
maybe
can
he
die.
wants to kill bad
He
people.
can die. I don't care. We can kill bad people. That's fine.
But bad people also have abilities, Tyler.
Okay, and we'll find a way. You got the Great Sage. She'll tell you a way to beat them.
At that point, Yoto are just the gods of the new world.
Yeah.
I did find it funny though in this scenario, since like you had all these abilities, it'd be kind of funny like everyone knew that you had all these abilities. Because eventually you're
We'd be
gonna know you have like
targeting.
5 weapons. So the
Well, how they had like 2 vessels, right? So those aren't really.
But it's just
obvious.
seals.
They're not obvious,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I have.
but I think
2
eventually you'll
Shikais.
get out though. You have like all these abilities.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You
It
would-
would only come out if I'm fighting someone where I needed to use like multiple abilities, where I feel like I wouldn't ever need to, because it would come to a point where I would just, because I have so many illusionary abilities that like I could just
And they stack too.
like
Yeah.
I can use Kyokyo Sugetsu to make them think they're not even fighting me. Like I can use
Kodo
Kodo Matsukami to
Matsukami.
make them like completely stuck.
And also, if you do have
Heaven's
multiple,
Door, yeah.
you could just put them in the Kamui dimension and then just pull them out.
I'm sure some people have a way of getting out of the Kamui dimension.
No, the swords. Like if
Oh,
that's,
yeah,
if that's a
true.
big thing. It's like you have 2 swords. Like just put one in the Kamui dimension and just pull it out when you got it. You know?
Yeah, I do think Devin's right though. Eventually, it would get out. People would know. Eventually,
Yeah.
there's only so much you can do to hide it.
Yeah, that'd be super.
Like when you're living in the day and age of technology and all this, everyone has abilities. We can't even think to know all of the anime abilities that exist. There could be someone out there who just knows. What if someone takes like Light's deductive reasoning or L's
Yeah.
deductive reasoning? And
Yeah,
just-
it'd be super
Is that an
cool.
ability?
I mean, I don't
It's
know.
an IQ, but I don't think it's really
Yeah.
ability.
You could take someone has an anime ability, probably like super smart, right? And probably like the guy from My Hero, the rat, super IQ is his quirk.
Oh yeah.
I guess, yeah.
So you could like do that and be really smart.
Yeah, I was just saying it would be super cool. Like someone's like, yo, these two have too much power. They shouldn't live, and they're super
That'd be
smart.
tough.
And then like, all right, you have all these abilities.
Jowp versus the world.
Yeah, like, let's play a game. And it's just like this super smart motherfucker versus you two.
That's the thing though. It's
The
like
one thing is, I feel like the one ability they could never figure out is Great, or not even one.
Great
They
Sage
would never
and
figure out
Death.
his Eyes of the Lord. They'd
Eyes
never
of the
figure
Lord.
out Great Sage, and they'd never figure
they
out.
could also really never figure out
my
my.
super wisdom.
I can make it to where they can never figure out instant transmission either. Because the way I explain it is like I can just play it off like, oh, I'm just a shadow clone, disappear, and I take the place of another shadow clone.
Yeah, but
I mean, they
instant
disappear
transmission
differently.
isn't as good as you think it is.
And even then, I feel like at a certain point, though, if everyone in the world somehow magically came together, then yes, they could figure it out
Yeah.
by like deducing it. But like, all right, no one has this ability. Okay, they have it then.
Yeah,
like,
they have it, yeah.
That'd be.
But
the
that would
only
have to.
way.
That would take a lot.
That would
and
take a
plus,
long
not
time,
only that,
too.
like, I'm sure that, like, let's say hypothetically there's 10 billion abilities. That means there would still be like 2 billion on the table. So it's like you can't necessarily say that someone took this ability. You could say
Exactly.
like Dragon Ball's popular, so someone obviously took instant transmission. But it's like maybe they wanted something else, you know?
No, that's unreasonable. Someone took his transmission.
Yeah, definitely took it.
Yeah.
But I think eventually it would come out, and then if it does come down to it, I'll be like, all right, Devin, are you on our side?
Yeah, I'm chilling with y'all. Like we're friends. You guys have all these abilities. Like yeah, I'm chilling with y'all.
Actually, I don't even need to ask you. I guess I can just look in your mind and see if you're chill with us.
Yeah, most likely
I'm like,
win.
He's not chilling with us.
I'm like, that's cap.
You said you'd win.
No, I said that's cap. I definitely am with y'all.
No, you said you'd most likely win.
Win.
Is that what you said earlier?
No.
You said will, didn't you?
Yeah, I said I'll be with y'all.
Oh,
Most
that
likely
most
with
likely
y'all.
will.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I have no reason to go against y'all, and y'all aren't doing anything. I mean, to be honest, I don't even care. I'm like, yeah, y'all are chilling. I'm chilling. I have no reason to be against y'all unless you start like murdering my family. I'm like, dog. And even then, I'm like, well, I can't challenge y'all. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
I
Like,
do need my
Gabe, shit
Eternals.
yourself.
I do need my Eternal Mangekyo. I only have the regular.
True. Yeah, he only has the regular manga.
I don't know why you took the regular Mangekyo. Why didn't you just go straight to the
Because I
Eternal?
have to go Kamui. Kamui is just a regular manga. It's Obito is Kamui, so I don't
Because
have.
Eternal is just like transferring out. You take someone else's eyes.
Oh yeah.
No? Yes.
What? What'd you?
Isn't that what it is? Like, if you unlock Mangekyo, you put someone else's Sharingan in yours, then you get the Eternal
They have to be related to you.
related to you.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, I mean, like, you just gotta like kill your dad or something.
Or I know my brother, he would take Sharingans.
I guess you have no like regen abilities, huh? No, like
no. I went all in just the restart.
Yeah.
Restart and the fact that I'm intangible at points.
Yeah, I don't have regen. I'm just kind of like fucked if I die.
That's the only reason like Obito could use his Mingekyo so much because he'd hash around with souls.
Well, that's because of his chakra, though. It wasn't necessarily the
regen.
regen.
No, not
like
the regen, but like
yeah.
That was the reason he had like all that chakra and stuff.
Yeah, but we were implying like when you get the ability, you have like because like he's instant transmission also takes ki. We're assuming you just have infinite of the ability of like whatever it needs.
However much you need to do it, yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing with like Naruto Shadow Clones. Like there's a reason. Like the only reason why it works for Naruto is because he has Uzumaki on top of Kurama. But then it's like I took Naruto Shadow Clones so I can just make thousands of Shadow Clones. It just does, you know.
Yeah, true.
So.
I think it'd be funny if someone like took like a lame ability, or like they didn't take it too seriously. Like,
Like
I
grape
want,
juice.
Yeah, like I want Goku's Kamehameha.
Not that lame.
No, yeah, but like they could have any
useful.
ability. Took the Kamehameha, dude.
I mean, there's definitely gonna be people out there who are like, yeah, nice joke. I'll take like cum ability.
Give me the cum bender.
And then they actually get it like, oh, this was real.
And they see like a universe where people are like, watch this domain expansion.
So like, watch this infinity.
They had to live with it. They go back
Dude,
to it.
domain expansions are gonna be so broken.
It's gonna be crazy too, cause like you're like y'all stands. Only other standing users can see it. No one else can see it.
Yeah, it'll be cool. I'm like, hey, watch this.
I mean,
and they
maybe,
get slapped in the face. Like, oh my god.
I feel like maybe like if you had like some type of like sensing ability, you could probably see it.
Maybe you see, you can't touch it.
No, you can't touch it. No.
I thought it'd be funny if like I saw Gabe is using Heaven's Door on people. I'm like, oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's right. I have a stand, so I can see the other stands.
I can see Gabe just.
So Tyler can't though. Tyler doesn't have a stand.
So like, Heaven's Door. I'm like,
I
He can like pick his nose.
I just gotta trust
feel
y'all.
it either. Like,
Yeah, I just gotta trust y'all.
like you're bigger, bub.
Like then again, I could just have my Shadow Clone there.
I mean, at the end of the day, Tyler, you have to trust us a lot.
Yeah, I gotta trust y'all a
especially
lot.
me.
Yeah,
And then
There's
real,
so much I could do.
But then realistically too, like y'all also have to trust me too, because if I wanted to, I could just like mind break y'all basically with my psychic ability. I can just crush your brain.
Yeah, I guess.
And
like,
I'll just die and restart it.
Yeah, you'd be tough. I probably I can't get around you.
enough.
I mean, I can seal you. I can seal you.
But the thing is, though, you would never know I have the restart because I would never tell you because I can't. And if the only way there's no way you could find out because the whole day restarts.
Yeah.
There's no possible way anyone
I don't
can
know.
ever figure out.
I guess I could possibly just throw you a seal and then you're sealed.
How are you getting around Killer Queen?
And I could still kill myself in the prison seal.
Yeah, you can. You just
true.
die.
and then restart and be like, oh, so now I know what he's gonna do. We just not allow that.
I'm just chilling with Gabe. I can kill you though.
Yeah, you killing me.
We
But like,
can
let's
kill
say like
almost anyone,
add like this
Tyler.
malice against you didn't know about. Like, how are you getting around Killer Queen? You can't see him. And all it takes is a touch, Tyler. You're dead. Like your throat bomb.
I guess I could.
I'm like, yo, Tyler, dab me up real quick.
I could always just have like some kind of barrier around me at all times.
At all times.
At all times.
I guess yeah, you could.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of work.
You gotta sleep at some point. Devin's creeping in. Devin's like, finally.
So like, sure how to take.
I mean, then that's why I should put a Shadow Clone out.
When you're sleeping.
Yeah, but that's like a lot of planning, especially if like, you have like, especially if you think me and you're on good terms.
I probably would have a Shadow Clone out regardless.
Just
where
watching.
you at? Just
No, just like
So
observing.
is your Shadow Clone just like sitting in a chair watching you sleep?
Yeah. No, he's probably just like vibing. He's just like. But then I guess
Chilling.
then again, you could just throw your stand in there, and I just wouldn't even see it. So
yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You not only can you not see it, the second it touches you, you're dead.
Yeah. I
But
don't know.
I
That's
think
tough.
Killer Queen has a range though. You have to be somewhere nearby.
Oh yeah, I do have to be. Yeah, but I also have sheer heart attack.
Oh, but I can also sense your key though, because of the instant transmission stuff, which means I can sense.
Yeah, you can sense
your
my key.
key.
But what about sheer heart attack?
I know that you're close.
What about sheer heart attack?
You're asleep.
You know,
Tyler.
far
In
your
this
heart
scenario,
attack,
you're
you know-
asleep though.
It's
What
an
does
auto-
sensing his key mean?
Yeah, it's an automatic far range stand.
Well, like my Shadow Clone would have that, because like the way because to teleport to someone, you'd have to like be attuned to their key. No. Like you have to know their key.
I mean, the main way Goku uses it, he does like, oh, there's a key in that, but I think he only does it when he wants to like, I don't know.
Because like if that's how it works, then I would know y'all's key, so I would know when you're close. Sheer heart attack would be tough. I'm just fucked.
Yeah, you're not doing anything.
I'm just fucked.
You're just dead.
Like, I'm just dead.
When me and Deven team up together, I'm like, all right, let me combo you in there real quick.
That's tough. That's tough.
Kill the queen.
That's tough.
Your shadow goes like, no. It just sees Deven's like, Deven peeking out to like,
Deven's like, yeah, that's just tough.
And the thing is, I don't get to touch you, Tyler. I just make, I get like, yeah, with that water bottle, the bum knows. Drink the water bottle real quick, drink out of it.
Yeah, that's just tough.
If I get Tyler gone, then my biggest competitor is gone.
True.
Yeah, true.
I don't think Deven would ever work with you though, because Deven needs you as insurance against me.
Yeah. But the thing is, I have no malice towards y'all, so I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling with y'all.
But then again, you could be mind controlled though. You could be mind controlled.
I could, but I'm just saying, if none of us had ill intent towards one another, we're chilling.
But in a world where mind control exists,
you wouldn't want to have insurance against anyone.
Yeah, you
so
wouldn't have
insurance against me or Tyler. Like, would you need us both alive to be insurance?
Yeah,
against
exactly.
each other?
That's why I'm not saying. That's why I'm not fucking either one of you over. Because I need you both just in case one of you go rogue.
Yeah.
You two is the counter to one another. To be honest, I think
I'd say Gabe has the advantage. Yeah.
I think Gabe is smoking you, Loki.
Smoking. Yeah,
I wouldn't say.
I think he can out hacks you.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Like, you're putting up a fight, but
Great Sage, what's the optimal way to end this in one encounter?
Because you couldn't physically fight me. You'd have to use your Heaven's Door.
yeah, was between like
Kodo
Heaven's Door,
Matsukami?
yeah, Kodo Matsukami, or like
Make you
Aizen's
kill
sword.
yourself.
Like he just out hacks you.
Yeah.
You'd never even know I was there.
Yeah.
You'd be sitting there chilling your day, and then you're dead. You don't even know what happened.
That's just tough. That's tough.
Or I can make you think you're fighting some menace, but yeah, that's like a serial killer. You gotta go take him out, Tyler. But it's actually just like it's like your dog or something.
If you got to see me, then I want to box him.
Yeah, and if we do kill with Gabe, he just comes back to life, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, that's how they beat me." All right, but
Yeah, that's.
And you don't know that though. Yeah, you guys don't. That's the biggest thing about that ability is that you guys don't. It's not like you guys get to plan for it. In your mind, it's the first time.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just.
But
tough.
in my mind, it's like second, third, whatever time.
That's just tough.
Yeah.
Let's just operate that we're all chilling.
Yeah, we're all chilling. I'll be chilling with y'all regardless, anyways.
I mean, I like the idea of needing to fight though. I think that's what makes the world fun.
Yeah, we need to fight other people, but it's like I'd rather not fight each other if we can avoid it.
If we can find someone who has like a video game ability where like we can restart, I'm like, all right, let me fight Tyler to the fullest extent. Let me run like Jowp Gauntlet
Just to see what happens and then restart. I mean, then again, you could just kill me and then kill yourself. Recharge the world.
I could, yeah.
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 So
I just be like, trust me, Tyler. Everything will be okay. I know a guy. You'll be all right. But let's just fight to the death.
Mate, to be honest, Gabe can just have his way with us, and then if you get the war, he just resets the world.
It's not the world. It's only the day.
It's only the day.
Or the day. That's what I'm saying. Like, you just do whatever you want. I'm like, all right.
For a day.
Yeah, for a day. I'm like, all right, I'm done with this.
And then again, no harm, no foul, because
like Deven, I just killed all your family. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing, pussy. And he killed himself.
And you can also extend the day.
You
can also extend the day because it's when you wake up. That's when the day starts.
Yeah.
So I can just like not sleep for a day.
Just don't sleep for a couple days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like eventually a new save point will have to like be made.
Yeah. Because otherwise you have to like say a specific time.
I just keep spawning monsters in. I'm like, not like spawning, but I keep jugging monsters. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to sleep today.
After you kill my family, I'm like, oh my god, Gabe, go to sleep. I'm like, kill yourself. I'm like, no.
You don't know that.
You don't know that yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't know the ability.
He was like, sure, heart attack. He's like, Kodo Matsukami. You killed your family.
I'm like, oh my god.
I could also just make you think Eduardo killed your family with Aizen's sword. Shikai. I was like, yeah, that wasn't me. That was Eduardo.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You'd
That's
be
just
like,
tough.
Eduardo, you villain.
That's just tough. Gave like min max or so.
No, you did. You definitely did.
Yeah.
I feel like depending between who goes first between you or Eduardo would probably take Killer Queen as well.
Yeah. That's what. Like, if I can't get Heaven's Door, I'm like, what's another cool ability I can take? Best of Justice is kind of cool.
I mean, I guess King Crimson could be a pretty good.
That's why I was like, King
counter.
Crimson is kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be a pretty good counter to that one.
Like King.
I could see Eduardo taking that.
Yeah. Just like we're about to take a break.
I don't know, man. Maybe I can take something like not too broken, like I don't know, like Made in Heaven.
The world over heaven.
Yeah, like, Made in Heaven, like.
Yeah, I'll just take Made in Heaven. That's fun.
Yeah. I mean, would that be like flagged though? That's like.
Oh no,
crazy.
it would be. Yeah,
Yeah, I was
that's
like, why would it be flagged?
Yeah, that's like It's like saying taking GER. It's like
Yeah, I'm
no.
not the GR. Like, no.
That's gonna be flagged.
I don't think GR is reality warping. You'd have to make a lot of assumptions.
It's an infinite.
For all we know, all it does is just counter it King Crimson.
Yeah, this is the only ability.
That's kind of a weak argument, dude.
It's not as weak as you think. GR has like no feet. Besides the one thing he did. I don't know. I can take like the Wonder View.
You don't even know the Wonder of You
Doesn't
like
matter.
that.
I said I'd flag Wonder Review.
Wonder of You would definitely get flagged.
Yeah, because
Why?
it's chaos manipulation.
I know.
It's absolute chaos manipulation.
I said my little guy. I'm like, yeah.
I feel like a lot of the
he
main
exists
villain
now.
stands would be getting flagged.
Main villain post like part 4. King Crimson you could probably take. So then
King
post
Crimson
part
would be
6.
fine. Just imagine what his Requiem would have been though.
Oh my god! I don't even want to think what his Requiem would be. If we saw,
would've gone
because like,
dummy.
we saw like Golden Experience, which is like it was an okay stand.
Your universe.
And then it's
gone.
like his Requiem is just like nope. And it's like what is King Crimson's gonna be? It's a good stand. And you're gonna take the Requiem of it.
fucking Poner. If he had a nigga had a sword, now he get like.
He was literally a dude with a
swapping
sword.
bodies.
He's like, you come near me, switch places. Like, change now.
Dude, King Crimson's Requiem would have been like something insane.
Yeah, it would have been absurd.
I don't even want to think about that.
Look, little theory is that his Requiem would have been D4C, but he decided to wait and made D4C its own stand.
What would D4C's Requiem be? Requiem.
Wonder of You.
So it just goes up a bar.
It just goes up, yeah.
I find it funny because like I've been playing the this JoJo fighting game for a bit, and like I fight Valentine every once in a while, and I see him use his ability. I still have no clue to what it is. I just find it funny when I see him like duplicate himself.
I know
like, what the fuck am I
see
looking
people.
at?
I see people on TikTok
I've
talking about
read the manga and like
It's still confusing.
It's
It's still
it's-
confusing.
it's like when I was reading, I was like, no idea what he's doing. You see him use it for like before they explain it, he uses it quite a
He
bit,
uses it so
and you still
much.
do not know what he's doing.
And then he explains it, and you're like, "Oh, that makes sense." But then it's like that's only like the first level of his ability, and he still has other abilities that stack on
Yeah,
top
I
of
still
that.
have no clue what his ability is. That's find it funny. Like I'm fighting this man, and he's doing things to me. I don't know what he's doing.
At this point, though, I think D4C is kind of I do understand it way more, and I just think it's funny that like every time I'm on a JoJo stand, like and it's like a villain stand, I'm always like, no idea what their ability is. Let me just keep reading and I'll eventually figure it out.
And you kind of do,
Yeah, you do.
for the most part.
Like Wonder of You, I was like, what is this nigga doing, bro?
I was
get
confused
it.
for the longest time, especially when they did like the hospital scene. I was like, "What the fuck's happening right now? I don't even know what's
Wonder of
happening."
You, they don't explain it until like the last possible second. They make
They
you
literally explain the stand user like 10 chapters before they even explain what Wonder of You is. It's like
Araki's
what?
like, I'm gonna let them keep guessing. I'm not gonna ever tell them.
What's Wonder of You? Let him cook.
No, let him
cook.
cook.
Let him cook.
Look. What
It
do
all-
you, what
it
do
all
you
makes
think it
sense.
is?
Yeah, it all makes sense eventually.
Yeah. Dude, I am so excited for JoJo Lands is starting up in
Dude,
yeah,
I'm debating if I want to
January.
read it weekly or is it weekly or monthly?
Monthly. It's
I'm
gonna
debating if I
be
want to read it
monthly.
monthly or not because I suck at monthlies. I forget everything. I remember generally like what happens, but I'm a very binge person, so it's like I kind of like want to
And
wait.
you could do something where you time it, where you wait till like.
Well, I know.
3 months go
But then
by,
that
and then
just-
reads 3, and then.
But like I could because the way that Araki writes JoJo, it's like split up into fights, kind of like a Monster of the Week, but with the fights.
Of course.
So I could just wait for like the fucking Come Demon Part 9 to finish, and then I could just read all the Come Demon sections.
You could have just named the song, bro. Like,
I don't know,
or a
man.
band.
Come to me, I was like, cool, I guess.
Whatever the fuck the name of this stand is, I couldn't think of anything. But like
Enter Sandman.
like Inner Sandman, it's like Inner Sandman's parts 1 through 9, and then
Twisted Dark
it
Fantasy,
finishes part
yeah.
9, so then I just read all the way through it, you know.
Do you think Araki would have a Kanye stand?
I want to do so
Hitler.
badly.
Graduation.
Graduation. I was actually thinking about that, like
Graduation could be interesting concept.
Yeah, you kind of like evolve things, make things like evolve. I think it'd be kind of cool. I already thought of concepts for this.
My beautiful dark twisted fantasy. It already seems like an illusionary ability.
I don't think he would have a Kanye ability.
I don't know. This the part 9 stands is what I'm excited for to see what he's gonna go.
Because they
for.
always get more complex, and I'm waiting. Because part 8 was pretty complex at points. Like there was one girl with like fucking vectors and shit. She's like, and it's like really weird.
Even in part 6, the nigga with the rods, I was like, what is this? How did Araki even think of this? What was he like reading a book and he was like, I like that one.
Well, apparently it's based on this thing where like back in the day, when old cameras, they'll take pictures. There would be like these rod things, and they didn't know what it was. But all it was like insects just flying. But since the cameras weren't good enough, it elongated the insect, so it was a myth. Basically.
Yeah, I get the concept, but I'm saying, how does Araki just think of this stuff though?
I don't know.
Because like same thing with the underworld guy. I'm like, what do you think of this? It's just like, a tragic event where people die, live it, let me survive. It's such a bizarre concept.
I know.
How does Araki's mind work sometimes?
I try to fathom it because like I like making stand abilities. I try it. I'm like, this thing is just absurd. Like in part 6, some of those stand abilities were just weird, and like I will be like, yeah, I guess this makes sense. Like I found myself a lot while watching part 6 just accepting like, yeah, this stand ability works because it does.
Wait till you get to part 8. Part 8's like,
dude, and then there's one in part 7 where I'm just like, dude, because Araki talked about how he figured out hot pants to stand. He was like, I was just looking at my shaving cream and I was like,
that was so funny. Hot pants is so
and
weird.
I was like, what?
When I first saw it, I was like, what is this?
Looking at it and be like, I know what I'm gonna do with this, but Araki's just his dark, twisted mind.
It reminds me of like Stephen King. Like, have you ever heard Stephen King's writing style?
Yeah.
Like he'll just like look at random objects like a lamp. He's like, okay, how can I make a lamp scary? And then he just writes, and it's scary.
Yeah. See, like when people do something like that and straightforward enough, we're like, yeah, it makes sense. Like Stanley, he looked at a fly. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a Spider-Man.
Fly man. Oh.
Yeah, fly man.
I mean, let's not act like Stanley's mind was crazy,
but
bro.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
Spider-Man.
when it's straightforward like that, like yeah, I get that. But Araki's like, yeah, I see that trash bag. You know what? I'm gonna make a reality warp trash bag. That's what it is.
It's infinite. So if you go in it, you die.
You can see like the surface level of where the idea came from, but just the expansion on the idea is what's so crazy.
It makes no sense.
Well, I didn't even see like there's certain stands like where do you even think about for D4C? I don't even know what he would think about.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like, how do you even think of that? Like, when you learn what it is, Deven, it's like, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Araki was talking to his editor, and he was like, I got an idea for D4C, and editor was like, hold up, let him cook.
Well, it's like the paper gun from part 4. It's just like, oh, this is like gun coming out of my voice.
You not makes enough sense. Like that's a cool ability. I like it.
Yeah, everything like up to part 5 like made sense. I can't remember any part 5 stands that were like confusing really.
Green Day.
That made sense.
Green Day kind of made sense.
If you're below them,
it was based on a mold. That made sense.
It was a
to me.
simple ability.
Because it's fall. Yeah, never mind.
Never
mind. Yeah.
In the mold, you die.
Yeah.
Like it's just part 6 and on is where Rocky started going, all right, let me just be crazy.
He was in his bag.
I don't think I like too many part 6 stands. I think it's another reason why part 6 is just alright in my opinion. It's an okay part.
I like it because the plot was really interesting in my opinion.
I thought
it's the stronger. I think it's one of the stronger plots of the animated.
Because it was still Monster of the Week, but it felt like, and there's consequences for all the other parts, but it truly did feel like every fight, every action had a consequence for it.
Yeah.
And it led to stuff down the road.
Like, what's really the consequence of part 3? Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He beat the fuck out of an orangutan, end up in the water. That's like the only consequence that you're in the water now.
But that was like, I think it's different because they were trying to get somewhere, and then it was just like
Jolene's trying to get out.
I guess I don't know. Like I personally like the Monster of the Week style of part 3 more than part 6 until it got to like the final act. I love the final act. Like for some reason.
Part 6?
Yeah, like because they broke it up in 3, so it was the third. It was the last third, and I loved it. I loved every second of it for some reason. I don't know why. The first 2, I was like not indifferent. I guess they were really indifferent. I just found them okay, but the third part, I was glued to my Netflix. I was like, I really like this. So
yeah.
I still like the plot of part 6. Like it was just slow in certain parts. So I'm like,
I'd say like part 6 does have one of the best plots. I'd say my favorite's probably part 7. Just because like its plot wasn't, I don't think, as good, but I felt more drawn to the characters, and the fights were really interesting too. Because like he kind of like he would have somewhat complex stands go against like super basic stands, and he would make it so interesting, right? And that's kind of like why I fell in love with it. And the characters serving as a backbone for it kind of helped a lot too. And I really loved the final act for part 7, like the last, like if you said it was split into 3s, it like the last section, like when they're completing the race and stuff like that. That was so fun. Just looking back on it, that's why I want to reread part 7. I actually want to read all of JoJo, but
for me, I feel like my favorite part is still part 7, but I think just based on plot, I think part 8 has the best story because it's the most cohesive. It's the most enthralling, I think, plot wise. But just something about everything in part 7 just worked. All the fights were good. All the stands were good. The motivations all were making sense. There was no like contrived how do I say?
See,
what is the outcomes? That's the word, yeah.
Because one thing I also liked about part 8 was that like you literally don't know who the antagonist is. You don't know who the main villain is until the very end, and it's like.
I mean, you can say the same with part 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can say the same for part 7, but you can kind of like see things. You kind of imply it. Literally, part 6, you don't know who the fuck it is until the very end, and he's like, "Oh, by the way, it's me."
Yeah, because it could be anyone the whole time. Like, they're sitting there like, who is this?
Literally, okay, so literally, okay, so there's no spoilers because you already know Wonder Review's the main antagonist.
I've also seen the main antagonist. I know what he looks like.
Okay, so you know what it looks like.
Now you ruined like half the enjoyment of part 8 for yourself.
Yes, you did.
I didn't do it for myself. I've seen the nigga.
One of my favorite panels from part 8 is when like he's about to go tell people who he is, and he puts in his iPod, starts playing Wonder Review, and I was like.
Because I think it's always like on Twitter, be like, all right, here's like my favorite JoJo villains, and it's the What Are You guy.
Is it the actual guy or just the stand?
That's the guy. Because I think I remember like
every time I see it is always the guy.
And I'm like, I didn't know that was like a huge spoiler. I mean, like,
it is.
Yeah, I know the stand user is. I didn't think it really mattered.
No, because like you don't know who it is until like the last, what would you say, 15 chapters or something like that? 10, 15 chapters?
Probably a little bit more than that, maybe like 20.
20? Like,
So
you literally don't
sucks.
know until the end.
It is what it is. I've seen the guy. People on Twitter talks about him, and people are like, yeah, this nigga, ass. Actually, I don't even like this nigga. Bottom 2 JoJo villain.
I actually liked him a lot.
I mean, as a villain, he's not that good.
As a villain, he's bad, but I liked him as like a character because I don't want to get too into it, but like he does a lot of shit.
I've seen both the streams. People either love him or they hate him.
Yeah, he's alright.
He's a bad villain, but I like him as a character.
I want to see the arguments for people who love him because I'm very indifferent to him. He's whatever. He does his job. That's all.
See, I wouldn't say I love him. I like him, not as a villain, but like as a character. But I wouldn't want to talk about it in front of like the audience. So and you. So
yeah, but yeah, I've definitely seen him because he's made my rounds on Twitter. Whenever JoJo villains get thrown around.
Yeah.
Which is weird. I never see him thrown around in there. It's always Funny Valentine.
Yeah, yeah.
Funny Valentine, I would say, is one of the best villains, JoJo.
I thought here people always say, yeah, this guy, go. I'm like, I believe it.
Kind of is the GOAT, yeah.
I mean, JoJo doesn't really have good villains.
No, they don't. But I'd say like, I love Kira. Like Kira just has a special place in my heart.
He's cool. I think I like the concept of Kira. I like Poochie more though. I like Poochie. I really like Poochie.
I don't know.
I think Poochie's a better villain than Kira. I think Kira gets overrated.
I kind of put them like similar. I think I might put Poochie a little lower, just in my opinion.
I like more the fact that they were trying to figure out who Kira was more than like Kira.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, that's why
the mystery aspect of Kira was more interesting.
Well,
than
that's why I liked part 8 is because the audience knew who Kira was.
Yeah,
but like the people didn't.
Yeah,
literally in part 8, no one knows who it is. They don't know who this guy is, and like you see hundreds of characters, and you're like, it can literally be any one of these people.
So I'm curious. When in part 8, is this character, is the villain? Is he in the background? Is he just chilling? Do you see him at all?
You see him quite a bit
because
but you never think anything about it
because he lives there.
Okay, so when I eventually do read it, I'm like, oh, there he is. I'm gonna look at him.
Yeah,
maybe, but I think based on the pictures you've seen of him, he wears different outfits.
He does.
Okay, maybe you won't
because you know Araki.
Yeah, I know Araki.
You got the thing on, you know. So it's like he wears different outfits, but I think there are panels that you do see him in the background doing shit. Not like relevant shit, but like he does stuff in the background.
Yeah, I feel that. But now that I have seen and finished part 6. I love.
Is it your favorite part right now?
No, it's not my favorite part.
What's your favorite part?
It's still part 3. I'm a part 3 sub through and through, regardless. I don't care what people say. I love part 3, but part 6 is my. I don't know. I think it's my third favorite part.
You gonna get into part 7?
Yeah, I'm gonna read it.
I
do have part 5 over it solely because I love the characters and the fights more.
Part 5.
Part 5's plot was lacking though.
I don't know. The plot was
alright. What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with the plot.
I don't know. Like it just felt like dragged on at a lot of points.
I feel like that's like part 4's plot. I think, if anything.
Yeah, I don't think the plot.
I haven't seen part 4 in a while.
Because I don't think the whole mystery of Kira did not need to go on for that long.
It did not.
It was very extra. Whereas in part 5, the mystery of who the boss is and finding the boss made more sense for why it went on that long. Because it didn't really drag.
Yeah, and it's cut in half because like for the first half, they're not trying to figure out who the boss is. They're trying to get Trish to where he needs to go.
Exactly.
And then the plot changes. Like, all right, now we gotta like beat this guy.
Kill the boss.
Yeah.
So the plot's just good enough. And then the two things that shine, which are the characters and the fights, are so good. And I love all the stand abilities. So like, yeah, I gotta put it over part 6. I found myself enjoying part 5 more than part 6 until the end, which I don't like part 5's ending, but I'm in love with part 6.
It is a beautiful ending.
Part 5's ending.
Same. Yeah. I don't like it so much, but I'm in love with part 6 ending.
Part 6's ending, I would say, is one of the, I don't want to say the best.
Especially when like I see all the memes where people are like, yeah, I started watching JoJo's about this like gay vampire, and then like people are in 2022. My name's Emporio. I'm like, oh my god,
my name is Emporio.
I'm like, oh my god.
Dude, people were like crying when like people were reading part 6 for the first time. They're like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Yeah, that's one thing I'm gonna be excited for JoJo Lands. This will be the first time we'll be like
live
there from the start to finish.
That's the whole thing.
We were there for the finish of JoJo Part 8, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like why I was debating reading it monthly or binging it, because it's like I want to be in this shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Is there?
I know I'm going to.
Is there a time date for it?
I can't remember.
Sometime next year.
I think it was either February 3rd or January 23rd. I think it's one of those.
I think I saw February 3rd.
Or 2023?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I
you can bust out 2 parts then.
I don't know.
Not in Deven's time.
No, I can't.
No way.
Yeah, just like 2 weekends.
2 weekends?
Something like.
Let me see. I think I sent it to Eduardo, so I should see. What were you gonna say, Deven?
I know. I was like, because I'm definitely gonna read part 7 and 8. I'm like, this is something like I'm actually gonna devote and sit down and like crank it out. But I don't think I can crank it out enough. I don't think I can have since while recording this, we have like 2 months till that comes out. So yeah, I'm not speed beam like Tyler.
Well, see, my thing is the reason why I do want to reread part 6, 7, and 8, and I also wouldn't mind rewatching like 4 and 5, is because because I was so enthralled with it that I read it so fast. I feel like I didn't properly appreciate it, but I feel like I missed stuff that looking back I kind of like I already know it now, but I want to reread it just to like confirm it. And it's a good read. It's really fun. His art style is goofy. It's hard to get used to, but like I just because I literally sped through each of those, and like I think I read part 6 in like 4 days, and I read part 7 in like 2 days, 2 or 3 days. And then part 8 took a little longer because that's when I was in school. I think it took me like 2 weeks. But it's like, I feel like I didn't put enough time in it to like thoroughly enjoy it enough.
Right. I feel you.
I also want to like go back with like 2020 vision and see like, did they like tease this? Did he tease this and this and this and this?
Are we talking about part 8?
Any part. 'Cause I know like, there's a bunch of stuff that changes, because I know part 8 they did tease a lot of stuff, and then part 7 you see them, but you can see the Funny Valentine's like dude was fat, like super fat in the beginning of part 7, and then you see him at the end of part 7, and dude's got like an American flag on his back, and he's like shredded. So it's like I want to see the difference going back on it and stuff like that.
Part 9 is set for February 17th.
17th? Okay. Yeah. I saw February something, and you said February 3rd. I'm like, that sounds right enough.
Yeah, it might be something else that starts February 3rd.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm excited for that, to be there from the beginning to the end. Because seeing the ending of part 8 with everyone's cool. I always love
that was so hype.
Like,
on TikTok, dude. Oh my god.
Being a part of a manga community as it's like
as
ending
it's going.
is always one of the best things. I was there for Attack on Titan's ending. That was crazy as well. I love that. I'm gonna be there for One Piece's ending. I wasn't there for Naruto's ending. That's kind of something I wish I was there for.
Yeah.
Like, obviously I was alive. Like, I'm not like 2 years old, but like I wasn't in the manga community like that. And obviously anime is way bigger now than it was back then too. So it's easier to get into, like, back then you had to be like on forums and all that just to like talk to other people. Now just go to Twitter, you see it. It's pretty easy. So yeah, I'm excited to see that. I don't know what else. JJK is kind of big. I'd be excited to see how that ending is going to go with the manga fans. But I don't think else is really that big, because Demon Slayer ended, but it wasn't like it was big, but it didn't have a, it didn't.
Demon Slayer's ending was bad though.
it didn't run long enough for people to be invested in.
Like about 4 years, 4 or 5 years, right?
Something like that. It's like 200.
Because it's weekly. It's like 200
chapters.
something, yeah.
So it didn't.
It's
run
like
for
4 or
very
5
long.
years.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't like the Demon Slayer ending. I was kind of like,
It was
like it had its moments, but I felt like it just flickered out.
Yeah. I am. If there was any manga I wish I was part of the community with, it would definitely be JoJo's. But for the most part, since I am like an anime only type person, it is kind of cool just being part of the anime community. And
No, like every
every time something
batch,
does
yeah.
get animated and ends, I'm like, this is cool. Like
Yeah.
when Part 6 ended, it was cool being on tour that day, and people were like
Yeah.
crying, but oh my
I
god,
just remember seeing, I am a Boreal.
my name's up. I was like, oh my god, is it?
I was like, he said the thing. Ah!
Do you know the JoJo fans are committed because the most come out monthly? Those run for years. They're like 10-year runs.
10
and they're
10-ish
they're
year
from
runs,
the
yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Just makes me think we're going to be in this for a while. JoJo is just starting in 2023. It might end 2033.
God damn.
That's how old we'll be when it potentially ends.
Wait,
Because that's
'cause
usually
it's
how run they long.
Oh yeah,
It's
long,
monthly
yeah.
and,
They
like-
usually are pretty long.
Yeah, and like he can go up. Like, how long was part 8? It was like 118
118 or something like
or
that.
120.
The shortest
So
part
that's
is
10
part
years.
7 at 96.
That's 10 years,
Yeah.
118.
That's 10 years if it's monthly. And then like, let's say there's a month where he doesn't do anything. Then
Which he
it's
does
like,
that sometimes.
he does that sometimes. So it's like
Fuck yeah, you're right.
it would
Especially when
take
he's
10
gonna-
years.
Especially when he was getting near
Damn.
the end of part 8, he took a month off before he ended
How long
it.
did it take for him to write Part 8?
They're all 10 years.
10ish years.
Really?
They've
10
all
years?
been
He's been
10
writing
years.
since the 80s.
It's like I've
Yeah.
heard. Oh man, I guess I've been longer than 10 years. I feel like I've always heard like Part 8. Like I always knew Part 8 existed.
Yeah, because think
That's
about
the
10
thing-
years,
think
Deven.
about- what's
Yeah,
that like game?
that's what
Eyes
I
of
was thinking,
Eyes
yeah.
of Heaven. Did that game come out like 2005? Funny Valentine's in the game.
Yeah.
That's how you
Yes.
know how old these parts are.
God damn, he is, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, the Battlestar game, it was on the PS3. I think he has it up to Part 8. Yeah.
These.
Fuck.
That's the thing. I hope either it's weekly or it just will not go on for 10 years.
I wouldn't mind if instead of doing like longer chapters, just do like 20 to 30 pages, or like just 20 pages, and just do it like weekly or bi-weekly. I wouldn't mind that.
Bi-weekly would be cool with me if it
be
anything to
fine with
make it
bi-weekly.
not last 10 years. Because like yeah, I want Araki to cook. Yes, trust. I want him to cook.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
But
Let
I
him
don't
cook.
want to wait 10 years to finish JoJo though.
Especially
'Cause
with
the
how
last part.
especially with how big it is, he's got to have like interns and stuff going in there and helping him out and stuff like that.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like,
It'd be cool though growing up with that though.
Like building up the last part. Yeah, it is
growing up
iconic.
with it.
Unless the part is trash, which would be really unfortunate. But like if this part is gonna be goated, like but yeah, I lived through the JoJo lands.
that's why I
See,
don't.
that'd be so cool. But like, yeah, I was there every year, every month.
I remember the day this dropped.
I mean, but so many people can say that though. It's not that impressive.
Yeah.
I think it's more cool for people who are like, I was there for Steel Ball Run's run. I think that's
guess.
more impressive.
That is impressive, yeah.
Yeah.
But I bi-weekly cuts it in half, like at least 5 years. So it's like bi-weekly would be nice, but I mean, like kind of like let him do his thing, let him cook. He got it. Because I'd rather spend the extra 5 years and have a really good story versus like 5 or less years and have it feel rushed.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah, that's the only thing is I don't want him to rush anything. I want it to still be good, but I also don't want to wait 10 years. So I'm like at an impasse here.
Exactly.
I'm just gonna let him cook. Obviously, I have no choice but to let him cook. But like,
You can force him like keep
Yeah.
writing, keep going.
but like I don't know. It's just unfortunate to think about. Like it's bittersweet. It's like yeah, I get to see JoJo Land, but it's probably gonna take 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly.
And by the time JoJo Lands is, that's an interesting thought experiment. What will be the big animes in 10 years? It's such a like I always think about. That's like what
JoJo's still
10
up
years
there.
ago would I have known an anime like Demon Slayer would have existed? Probably. No, I wouldn't even think of it.
Yeah.
What's even crazier is just thinking about like
JJK, I wouldn't even think of.
I
either.
just think about like One Piece will be over most likely.
I mean, it was
Yeah.
definitely, not most likely. It will be over.
I don't know, he might throw some curveball, like
What,
actually.
One Piece 2?
Yeah, 2
At
piece.
that point, it'd still be over though.
Yeah,
But he also might just like extend it too. But it's like it'll probably be over. So it's like I'll still be reading part 9, but like my GOAT is over.
Yeah.
Like that's tough.
I remember I was
You
thinking
know?
about this one day because I was looking at like you know the Wayback Machine
Mm-hmm.
where you can go back and I was looking back at like my anime list back in the day like with like the old animes like back when Gurren Lagann was like the top anime on there. I was just like I can only imagine like if I just went 10 or 20 years in the future and just looked at my anime list, how different the top list would be. Like would there be another anime up there? Because right now Bleach is at the top.
There
right
would
now.
definitely be
It's
something up
above
there.
Full Metal right now.
There'd
Just-
definitely be something up there.
What's gonna be up there? Like what's the next big anime? That's And the next big anime 10 years from now probably hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing everyone was talking about is like all these shonen series are ending, so it's like
exactly
what's gonna take them over? Not even classics, like shit like Black Clover, JJK, My Hero, like things that like you like. I still remember watching My Hero season 2 and it was new.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's like it's so weird.
We lived through My Hero's whole time.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
like,
about to end soon.
It's so
probably
weird
next year.
observing that, or like Black Clover. Like I started watching it when it only had like 5 or 10 episodes.
Yeah, I watched it back in high school.
So it's like it's weird watching that and just thinking back, like stuff that we would consider new gen. It's like that's not even new. It's old shit now.
Yeah,
they got something else coming on now.
Yeah,
it's just weird what's gonna be next.
It's weird thinking about like we grew up with all these series.
Exactly.
For me, because like even for me, JJK is not that old, and for me to think that like Gege said it's like 75% done, it's like that's crazy because JJK's barely been going. For me, it's only like 200 chapters. It's just gonna be ending so soon.
Yeah.
It's like and Shonen Jump doesn't have anything big right now. Like nothing starting up like in the 10 chapter. Nothing is crazy right now. So I don't know what's gonna be the next big hit. But knowing Shonen Jump, they'll find it.
They'll find something.
They always find a way.
Where's Chainsaw Man is life expectancy? Like, it's still like...
Oh, it's done.
Chainsaw Man is
done?
Well, they're doing a sequel, aren't they?
Is Chainsaw Man done? Is it over?
No, it's not over. He still has so much to cook. He's still
I
cooking.
thought the manga itself was done.
No, he's still cooking.
See, that's why I was like Chainsaw Man.
But I thought they were making a sequel, though.
It's not a sequel. It's just
continuation.
Yeah,
oh.
He just took a break.
Oh,
I guess
I thought the ending was like it was a pretty decent ending. Where I thought it was ended. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's on me then.
Chainsaw Man is broken into 3 parts, and you finished part 1. So we are in part 2 right now.
All right. So Chainsaw Man's gonna be Chainsaw Man probably the big one for a while.
Yeah, Chainsaw Man's like something like that, I guess.
But Chainsaw Man's not even really that big right now as I thought it would be. I thought it would have been way more.
I think it'll keep. I think it'll keep growing.
Because like I think JJK had a better popularity than Chainsaw Man did.
Yeah, I mean the first year was the anime was out and stuff like that.
I think it's only because like how like friendly JJK can be, like more open, like more audiences, I guess.
Well, I kind of want to say like
maybe Chainsaw Man's a bit more for people older to enjoy it.
See, I kind of want to say it more so as like the competition that's going against. So it's like Chainsaw Man's coming in at a time where it's like we have all these heavy hitters putting shit out like all the time, and it's like they're having to compete against that, and it's decently big.
I mean, you can make the same argument with JJK.
You can make the same argument with JJK, but it's like
you have like My Hero still going. You have
My Hero's still going right now.
Yeah, still.
So it's like
Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan, like, but it's like now it's gonna have to compete with like the final season, even though it's like not happened yet.
the final
season.
It was JJK had to compete with the first season of final season, which everyone thought was gonna
that
be
shit was kind of
like.
I'm not a big fan of that first part.
I liked it.
I mean, it doesn't really matter like if you think it's good or not. It's just about popularity.
Yeah,
wise.
popularity
it's hard to compete with that.
I don't know. Like it's in my mind. Like I just think of like other things. Like it feels like they have more competition.
I would say you could maybe make the animation argument because JJK has better animation than Chainsaw Man does, but that's just the difference in the way they're fighting is because Chainsaw Man isn't really focused on the fights as much because he's not that good of a fighting manga.
It's not good choreography, yeah.
He's not that good at it compared to maybe JJK is. He's really good at making fights. That's what he enjoys to do. So
yeah,
I can.
And fights definitely appeals to bigger audiences.
And I can definitely see the argument of that. Like it's more newcomer friendly.
Yeah, it's more
Chainsaw Man's a little more advanced. When you go on
TikTok and you see clips of anime, what do you most likely see? Fights. You don't see like talking. Unless it's like a funny haha joke or something. But most of the time you see, look at this epic. That's why Demon Slayer is so popular. Look at how clean the animation is on this fight.
Just clean. Like, can't lie.
So yeah. If there is a next big series, it'll have to be a fighting series.
A fighting series, yeah.
And it'd be like a UFO table will have to pop off again.
So I have a question. Do you think that in the future, like if Shonen Jump hypothetically couldn't get something, do you think another magazine could take its place as like the top magazine?
Yeah. I'm too fat for that.
But yeah, do you think something else could take its spot potentially?
I don't think so. I don't think the reason that no one's taken Shonen Jump's spot is because they have heavy hitters. Because I feel like now is the best chance for them to try and step up now. The biggest hit outside of Shonen Jump has ever been was Attack on Titan, and no one's really been able to like replicate that.
Yeah.
I mean, Fairy Tail is also really big too, but aside from Fairy Tail and Attack on Titan, I can't really think of anything else that like competed popularity wise with those guys. Seven Deadly Sins had its little run, but that was just like because it was a Netflix niche anime, I think, and it was like just getting into that. Oh, Netflix does anime now. Yeah. So I think it just hit the right. It hit at the right time. I think if Seven Deadly Sins came out today, I don't think it would be as popular as it was.
I would agree. Yeah.
It was just a right place, right time anime.
Yeah. I was just curious, like if you think like in the next 10 years, like 10 years from now, is Shonen Jump still gonna be the big hitter?
I think it probably will, because they continue to always just somehow find these guys. They're like, oh, this guy really liked Bleach's guy, bring him in, and he just makes JJK. Or Togashi, he's still making Hunter x Hunter. Hunter will probably still be going in 10 years, maybe. Yeah,
because a lot of people get inspired and they look up to like the people who wrote things like Dragon Ball, Bleach,
exactly. Naruto, and they're like, I'm gonna go to Shonen Jump.
And like, oh, I want to write stuff like that, and then they start writing Shonen Jump-esque material. So
yeah. Even going back to One Piece, right? One Piece guy inspired by Kenshin, which is also a Shonen Jump. It's like it's not nepotism, but it's just like everything trickles down here. It's like, oh, this guy made it, so I'm gonna go there too, because it's the place to go.
Yeah,
it's like, oh, I wanna play. It's like sports, right? If you're a kid growing up in America and you want to play sports, you're not like, I want to play for UCLA. No, you want to play for an NBA team.
Yeah.
You're not aiming for like the G League. You're aiming for the big boys. So they go for the top team, which is Shonen Jump in this regard.
Yeah, I get you.
Because Shonen Magazine constantly does have some solid. They have solid shows and solid mangas, but Shonen Jump just always has the guys who just make the big hits every time.
Everyone knows about it, and then just makes money.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just one thing I've always wanted to do. I was like, if I could go 10 years in the future and just see what's popping, it'd be so cool. Like, what's the biggest movies and TV shows that came out in this time span? Yeah. It'd be so interesting.
Is this around?
It's like, did a Marvel movie outsell Infinity War or Endgame? Like, did Marvel step up from them?
And it'd be cool, like, looking back, like, the things that we thought were new and so cool. Like, yeah, people are like, oh, yeah, remember this goat? Respect the goats. Like respect.
It hasn't even come out yet. It's like,
like people are like, yeah, I remember My Hero. I'm like, that was a goat. I'm like, is it a goat?
Is it really?
Or it's like I go 10 years from now, and it's like someone's like, bro, remember this manga? Like the manga started like just like tomorrow or something, so I don't know about it. But like that's an OG. That's a classic. I'm like classic.
What a throwback, dude. What a throwback.
Because in 10 years, a manga could start and end like easily.
Easily, yeah.
Like barring a One Piece situation or a JoJo, like anything could really go for that short of a time span. The longest new form manga I've ever seen is My Hero, because My Hero's nearly 400 chapters.
Damn.
And that's been going since when did the anime start?
Anime was like
2013,
2014, 2015.
So I would assume the manga probably came out in 2012, maybe, if I'm like really like giving it the lowest possible guess.
Dude,
then again, you also have to think it's not weekly; it's seasonal. So like they can get more spacing too. Yeah. So it could have started in like 2014 or something. They just had a spacing, right?
Dude, it's so crazy. I remember seeing like, I don't read trailers, but like promotion for My Hero.
Yeah, when it first came out.
I'm gonna watch this when it come out because it looks cool.
Yeah. God. I mean, I think for sure My Hero will be respected as a GOAT.
Probably.
And even if you don't like it, you kind of gotta respect it for what he did.
Yeah.
My Hero, I will always give My Hero props for starting the seasonal format.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Oh,
you get all the props for that. I'm glad they.
I love it.
I love
it.
That's the way it should be. That is ideal anime. I'm glad they broke. No
filler. Everything's clean. Yes. Everything's crisp. Give the manga time to get ahead. Like, there's no downside.
We're not doing this whole Naruto shenaniganery. And then Black Clover tried to break the mold. Like, no, we can still do it.
No.
And then they couldn't. They stopped because they couldn't.
Do you think Black Clover would be a lot better if it was just seasonal?
I think animation-wise, maybe. Not about a story, but...
Yeah.
Because I read both mangas. I don't know. I feel like they're just different. I think they just appeal to different people.
Yeah.
I don't think... I've never met anyone who loves Black Clover and loves My Hero. You either love one or you like the other. Like... I've never met anyone who loves both of them because they're so different.
Yeah.
They're not the same. I think I like Black Clover more just because I like the cast of Black Clover more. And My Hero just...
It's the people, yeah.
My Hero has good story, but it's so boring. And I can't stand to read My Hero for too long.
Yeah, like My Hero, like its peaks where I'm like, this is so cool. And then like just plateaus. Like, all right, now I'm bored again.
But then a lot of the My Hero stuff, like the manga's... I think the manga's pretty good, but it's like... A lot of it is like the animation, the stuff that happens in the actual anime that I'm like, oh my god, like the Deku versus Todoroki fight in season 2. Like it's just a cool fight, and the animation is just beautiful, and it helps a lot, kind of boosting that specific thing.
Well, I've heard because I don't watch My Hero anymore. I've heard Bones just like fell off with My Hero. They stopped caring about animating it.
I saw the memes like people were like not Magi, Mob Psycho is like Bones' child, not My Hero.
Yeah. I saw that because I saw the memes like last season. I was like, oh, there's nitpicking, but apparently it's like real. Like they did actually just stop caring about My Hero and just like, nah. You get like
mid hero.
Yeah,
you get B team. Mob Psycho gets A team because Mob Psycho's going dummy. I've seen clips on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Like Bones is eating there. I guess Bones could only handle one anime at a time, I guess.
Yeah, I think Mob Psycho's dub is finally done, so I'm gonna watch it. I really like Mob Psycho's dub. So
For the new season?
Yeah. I really like his dub, so I wanted to wait till all the dubs is out. I think that's the one anime where I waited. I'm like, I'm gonna wait for the dubs out till I watch it.
I might watch it just so I can see what happens. Cause I don't know where they would go, what direction they go. Let's say like introduce like a new villain that's like been hiding this whole time. He's like a world threat. Like I don't know.
I haven't heard any bad things about it, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I am curious because it's got to be anime only.
But if the main animation's going dummy, then you know something's going down. So I'm like, what? They can't animate like Mob eating an apple?
Yeah.
God leaves. Like,
Yeah, it's like the SpongeBob close-up.
oh my god. So I'm so excited to watch it.
Yeah, I might watch that. How many episodes? Like,
tonight,
was it 12 or 24?
I think it's 12.
That's another thing. In 10 years, do you think there'll be like another studio that pops up? Like how Mappa didn't like pop up, but like they popped off.
Yeah, people.
Yeah, like,
a lot more people know about Mappa now than they did back then.
Yeah,
It's like Studio House.
Well, it's not even that like we know, but it's just Mappa stepped up their game because they've always been around, but they've never been this good.
Well, I think a lot more people
like JJK is like what everyone was like, oh, they're better now.
Yeah, like that. This is Mappa.
Yeah, because like they did Dorohedoro. Is it Dororo?
Yeah, Dororo.
The demon guy.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I'm like, okay, Mappa's doing a little good now. They're doing some things, and they made JJK. I was like, all right, let them cook. Let them cook.
Damn.
And now they're just in their background.
And then Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, they're doing Chainsaw Man, doing One Punch Man.
They're doing One Punch Man. I'm so excited.
This is beautiful. Everything that they're putting out is just beautiful.
And then UFO Table with Fate. When they made Fate, everyone was like, damn, UFO Table got it like that? And they're like, yo, we're kind of crazy. We're kind of cracked. And then they got the rights to Demon Slayer. I was like, why would they do this Demon Slayer show? No one's ever even heard of the show.
Yeah, and then like, let us cook flames. Like,
and then they cooked. Everyone's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's like, do you think there'll be another studio just pop up like that? Or do you think UFO Table will pick up another anime besides Demon Slayer in the next 10 years?
I don't know. Unless, like, because, like, we kind of know, like, what the studios are picking up, so.
And to a sense, yeah, but, like, but, like, there's still future series that have yet to be made. And, like, that's the thing. Do we think Mappa will still be a juggernaut, just monopolizing all the
I think they will. I think they will.
Maybe A1's like, hey, watch this.
I don't think A1
I think A1 has the money to like stop Mappa from doing what they're doing, but they're not.
The problem is,
I see the potential of A1, like A1 just pop off real quick. But like, no, I don't think I will.
Because was A1 the one that you were talking about? Like they do a season, if it doesn't do as well as they thought it would, they just like drop it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like they're gonna so they're gonna do something. Like they're gonna grab something. They're gonna animate it beautifully, and they're gonna be like, "What season 1 didn't pull number 1? Tough." See ya.
The thing is, cause like when they did, it's because what they do is they compare everything to their peaks. They're like, season 1 did so good. This movie we didn't advertise didn't do as well. Drop it.
X fell off. Young way better. I'm like, no, he's not. I promise.
Like Magi season 2, interesting. Sinbad didn't pull the numbers Magi did. Cancel the whole series. We're not doing it anymore.
I don't like Sinbad. Don't like him apparently. So we're never doing it again. It's like, oh my god.
Dude, no one advertised Sinbad, bro. I never knew this series existed.
I didn't know it existed. It just popped up on my Netflix. I was like, oh, I'll watch it.
A1 is literally the worst at advertising. I didn't even know they were doing solo leveling until I had to look it up myself that they're doing solo leveling.
Until they drop
when Mappa does something, they let you know.
Yeah, they have
it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
That's a promoting team right there.
I got a YouTube ad for Chainsaw Man yesterday. It's like
Chainsaw Man, JJK had ads all the time. I'm sure when One Punch Man gets closer, we're gonna be getting ads for it. Yeah. Attack on Titan all the time was getting it when the map.
There's not even ads. Like they also like make games around the new seasons. So they're like, yeah, look at this mobile game that I made about like season 5, and it's like, all right, yeah.
It was just like, all right, we're making anime. They either watch it or they don't. That's tough.
Yeah, they know. They follow everything we do. They actually know us. No.
Yeah. I'm like, dude, no. That's something, man. Like, I feel like they're not gonna finish solo leveling unless everyone's like invested in it. Because they're not promoting it at all. It comes out in like January, I'm pretty sure. And I haven't heard anything about it.
Yeah. You pointed the chainsaw poster. You actually reminded me. I actually got something for the studio. I bought a poster.
You have it right now?
Yeah, it's in my car. It's like a hard. It's like hard. It's not like a paper, so it might look out of place. It's kind of big actually. Now I think about it. It might be bigger than all three of these combined.
I guess we'll see it next episode on the next set.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Speaking of next episode, if you guys are also excited for next episode, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that. And if you had fun this episode, that's cool. And we'll see you next episode, right, Tyler? So funny.
Yeah, it's so funny.
See ya.